to go, everyone can go ahead and wake up.
A bird?
Bird is the word. We are missing one. It is Templar. Alright. Please do not talk before the day starts. This is a mentor game. You are not to mention mentors. Whoever asked the bird, please mute when you're not talking. This is a mentor game. Do not talk about the mentors. Do not, like, the mentor told me, anything like that. Just don't talk about it. Just play a normal game of Mafia. There are 4 Mafia. They have 2 kill power until 2. There is a cop, a medic, and a vigilante. If you get night zeroed, I'm going to ask you to please leave the Zoom so that I can get in timers and Panda can get in his other account so he can see people. During the night, Toloco, you die. Teg, you die. And the day begins.
I hope one of them was the one with the bird.
Alright.
It was actually Tag because he didn't mute his audio.
Which of you?
Well, that's a pretty good read. I think Waffle is town for it.
So Storm, I actually thought like you were my favorite.
I thought...
Don't worry, I tried, but my team wouldn't let you.
Gurglock, what didn't you like about the kills? You were looking weird.
They killed Toloco, and I never get to play with Toloco anymore because he rarely plays. And
So why did you kill him?
I would never kill Toloco.
You
Like you can read me as town for that. Like honestly, like I would never kill Toloco night 0.
Gurglock confirmed Mafia.
But hey, at least we got Waffle. At least we got Waffle.
God me.
Demon's not wearing his shoe over his
Alright, there's a lot of lurky people in this
yeah.
And I
Not
will
to be
say,
lurky.
Brain
No,
has
you
his
can't
Mafia
bitch
face on.
about
So he's
lurkerness.
completely Mafia.
Alright, it's not even a minute into
Let's
this.
just get it out now,
like,
Gurg.
what
Like,
the
let
fuck?
her.
No, I know that there's not
Gurg,
like
how is
lurking
that
yet.
About lurkers.
There's a lot of
1
people
minute
here that are lurkers, and I just want them to know that you need to speak up this game. I'm done
Yeah.
with you.
No, quit bitching
I-
already. 1 minute into
I like
the-
Eric. It's just
LT,
happy like it
That's
wasn't.
already a Mafia read for Storm, by the way. If no one
There's
Yeah,
too many
I
Erics.
think he's town. He has activity to be town so far.
They changed their names to be nice.
He hasn't done his Storm little thing, so...
Oh, there's other things.
my little
there's a
thing?
lot
Oh
of-
shit.
Yeah.
I don't expose myself on the stream.
What is this storm little thing? Can you explain?
I just said it. God damn, don't make me repeat it.
I'm not saying we should kill
I'm
Storm
liking
today,
Kermit
but
for this
we
game
need to kill
because
him
he
before
actually
final
noticed
3.
my facial reaction.
Yeah, I always lose final 3s.
So.
Don't look
Kermit, what's with the content, man?
I
Pretty
like
sure you're Mafia, Gurglock.
Last time
I
we played
don't care
Kermit,
what
you
you
had
think.
literally 0 content. You were just like emotions. What's
Well,
with
I'm trying to win this for town today, so let me...
Yo, it's all about the
Sure.
beard. It
I mean, he
instilled
grew
great
a beard.
confidence.
Beard is pretty good, even if it's fake.
Wait, who has a beard? Alright, we have to lynch anyone with a beard this game.
Shut up,
Salt.
Stormslide. Just
That's
because you
actually
can't
a
grow
pretty
one.
small pool there, Storm.
Yeah.
No, I
It's like
say that
only
because I think Gurglook is Mafia and I assumed he had a beard.
No, I don't have
I
a
think that
beard.
is a bad read. I thought his
I'm just
initial
trolling right now.
reaction to my question
Not
was
thick
very
and
good,
bushy
so I
though,
think
like
Gurglock
a-
is probably town.
I like Kermit's
You know what?
reaction towards.
I have a
Kermit, I
read
think
on
you're
Demon.
Mafia.
Like,
Storm, why did you look
like
disgusted
Demon.
with the night kills?
Stop.
He's either
Mafia
town
thing.
or he's
Oh,
Mafia
I'll
spewing
give
me.
you
So
my
Why
thing.
would you
all your
think that,
reasons
Demon?
back.
Why would you think that?
I'll give you the reason in a minute.
he's Mafia side.
Okay.
Don't worry, Kermit.
Continue with your gameplay.
What?
Wait, who's
Why is
Mafia
Demon
siding
so
here?
active?
What?
Demon is Mafia sighting. Both of his reads that he has so far are backwards.
How do you know he's not Mafia then?
far?
Well, because they're
How do you
still
know if they're
backwards.
Tag me, your
Like,
mic.
that makes no sense. Like he's Mafia sighting one way or the other. Either
All
he's
right. So let's say
Or
as
town
Mafia,
Mafia.
you're gonna just make hard reads that your team is town, or I mean, team is Mafia, and then like call everyone else town. Like, of course the reads are gonna be backwards unless you're busting.
No,
Alright,
no,
alright,
you
Demon,
don't
I
understand what backwards means.
Alright?
He's calling people
Are you
Mafia that
Mafia
are
this
town.
Look at me
Yes,
in the eye
that's
and
what
tell me
Mafia
you're not
does.
Mafia in this game.
You're bad.
Right?
Never mind.
Mafia.
Look at me. You're not smiling. I don't.
My
I am.
point is that
Mafia
Gurglik is calling you town with
Oh,
backwards reads, but then not understanding that's what
I am
Mafia
not
No,
calling
he's
him
saying
down.
Mafia.
Oh,
He's
no.
he's saying that Demon is Mafia siding. He's not saying anything about Demon's alignment.
No,
That is
that's my
correct.
point. That's my point.
No,
If
you're
he's
saying-
Mafia siding, that's
He's-
saying he's town and not
Okay,
Mafia.
guys.
No,
Stormfight, obviously,
oh.
no. Waffles, don't worry. He's Mafia because he's trying to twist my words and everything.
I'm not twisting your words. That's what
Yes,
you fucking
are.
said. You
No,
can
it's
explain it
not.
yourself instead of having Waffles
I did
explain it.
explain it, and you
Whoa.
still tried
He
to change
did
what I just
explain
said.
it,
So
Storm.
you're
The
an
mood
idiot.
It
of this
wasn't an
game
explanation to me.
changed.
That's fine.
Alright, so
I'll
I
move
think
on
from
for
the
now.
4
I'll come back to
minutes
him
that
later.
happened
We were all having
Storm
fun.
has gone full retard, I think.
Yeah.
All right, LT.
I think
LT. I think
Liz
it's
is
not Gurglek's vote
I'm gonna
as
look at
either alignment.
Alright,
So
holy shit, you're already dumb. Lisk, I think, is town from the way she interacts.
What just happened?
I've seen her do that in the past.
LT's busting me.
She did.
But no,
That's
if
a bad read. She just did
No,
that
no,
again
no.
where she was Mafia.
Yeah, she just did.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
well, I didn't see that game, so I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about from a personal experience. Until she.
I didn't see that game either, and I read that as
Every
scummy.
game at Demon.
I thought it was Townie because she came out and talked on her own accord. Not that she was questioning Demon, that she came out and talked on her own accord and seemed confident and all that shit. Different from spy games and Mafia games in the past.
also, hey,
like,
Waffles.
Okay, I guess it's okay if you're reading it like that.
Hello, Gurglek. How are you?
I think
Demon
Demon.
Fuck the way she talks.
Demon, the minute is over. Now can you give your read on me, please?
Yo,
You
my
still
read
think you're
is saying
Mafia.
Mafia.
Is it the beard?
Yo, I form with Hermit.
He's as fake as his beard.
Oh,
I third
man.
Kermit.
Be quiet, Demon.
Shut up.
Like, it's not gonna
That was so dumb.
right now.
Yo, anybody gonna second it?
Hell no.
No, we're
I
not.
thirded it.
No.
So maybe if you're just shooting your head.
Okay.
Wow, you got them, Demon. You got them.
I'll go get the shoe.
Alright,
Why-
Demon, if you're town, I would rather have you not troll this game and try to solve it.
Demon,
I
here
am
is
trying to
town
solve
key.
it.
Go ahead and lead town, dude.
Well, you're starting off pretty
No.
bad, I'd say
I'm
that.
trying to lead town.
Demon, why aren't you lurking?
I want to lead town, but
You're not
Gurglik's
working
being a
this
donkey.
Because
Demon's
I've
new
like
microphone
been
it has
drilling him
inspired him with the
every
lyrics.
time that he's bad town, so he's starting to be more. aggressive.
probably my top.
And he also got a new headset, and it's really working for him. So
Panda.
Who got a new headset?
Demon did. Like,
Demon
and it's,
did.
and
He
it's
did?
working really
I'm
well.
gonna pin him for a minute then.
No,
Well,
Gurg.
well,
the
you can actually hear
reason-
him.
No, Gurg, he actually.
I got
tried-
He also got a haircut. All right, he's
Yeah.
top down.
When he had
Well,
his old microphone.
good
he actually
observation,
did
Storm.
talk. It used to just the sound from his microphone was cut out because people were talking over him. Like it didn't work in his old microphone.
Okay, that
Well,
doesn't.
he's a new
Let's
head-
focus on the game now,
He
not
actually did
previous.
talk.
I just want to say, Grant, I'm not gonna claim
New
Mafia.
mic was also like a mental upgrade.
I'm turning a new leaf. Okay.
I was actually about to ping you after that, so I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Wait, what's this new leaf you're turning?
I like Eric.
Are you going to town side as Mafia, Eric? Is that what you're saying?
Every time I
Who's
was
Eric?
playing with Grant, I just claimed Mafia when I was town, and I'm not gonna do that this game, so I'm just letting him know that.
Are you secretly
Eric.
Wait until 21 minutes.
I think
The wrath was coming for
So
it.
hold on.
I'm just pocketing
Hold on.
Playing as
Eric
Lurky,
said he was
Careless
gonna
game
turn
as
a new leaf,
Mafia.
and he didn't say anything afterwards.
Yeah, what was the old leaf?
Yeah, he did.
Holy shit, Storm, you are trolling way too much. I'm gonna fucking kill
Less
you.
talky Storm.
Alright, Eric, what were you gonna turn a new leaf on, and what do you think? Of
I
this?
said I wasn't gonna claim Mafia this game, even though I'm town.
I
think
know
he
you're
is
talking
Mafia.
about that. How about
That's
you?
what I said. That's why that was the leaf I was fucking tearing. What the
Seems
shit?
like a good tactic.
If you're not going to claim Mafia as town, then that must mean you are Mafia, and you don't want to claim Mafia as Mafia.
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Oh, the soul
I'm
read
fucking
voice.
saying I'm
That's-
totally not gonna claim Mafia. Okay.
That's the next level
I can
read
already
right
tell
there.
this game is
Eric,
gonna
if
be
you
fucking
I'll
don't
teach
claim
you one of
Mafia,
these
we're
days.
going to lynch
super
you.
fucking easy.
Okay, I can
cannot
give some.
tell.
I can
There's
give some
not gonna be
reads.
one middle ground.
Go for it, Grant.
Go ahead, Grant.
So I believe Gurgluck when he said that he wouldn't never kill Toloco. Mentor games usually are about having fun and learning. And if you want to play with somebody, I think as Mafia, you don't really kill people you want to play with generally. And if Gurgluck's really that tight with Toloco, you wouldn't kill him. And then after that, the fact that he called me Mafia just confirms he's town because he does that every single game as town because he can never read me right.
Say that, Grant.
I have read you right so many
Gurgluck
times.
is
I
town.
want to hear that. I've read
Grant
you
is
right so
town.
many times.
After that, okay, so here's the thing. I think Demon's read on Kermit, like, I don't know what to think about it, but I've watched a lot of games recently where Demon's been town and he's had the right reads, but just no one wants to listen to him. So either he's Mafia and wrong, or he's town and right. And I'm not sure which it is yet, but I know it will be obvious in the days to come. But for now, I kind of like Demon.
His reads are
Oh,
wrong.
he's already super talented to me.
Okay, well here,
Hey,
Eric. I love that Eric pinged out exactly what I was going to ping out for before I even said anything. Eric is also town. After that, I don't have any real reads. Like, there's a couple people in here I haven't really played with before, so we'll have to see. Initial reads, LT was trolling at the beginning of the day. Does that make him town? Does that make him Mafia? I don't know.
It's not a read then.
Are you saying caw or call? Because that might impact my read.
The bird at the start of the fucking.
Well, if you're saying call, like from Jay Carver's stream,
No, call.
Other than that, I mean, I just want to hear from people who haven't really talked much.
Got it. Thank you.
Grant, can you give a read on me? What do you think? You only talked about how
So,
was talking.
I don't really know any yet, Kermit. I think you're one of those people that once you give your reads and you're a hard initial day one read for me until you've spoken up and made your position. You really haven't said much.
45 seconds, top
Grant
town.
has usurped Demon as top town.
No. Gurgluck's my top town.
No. I'm talking about my top town. You can have your own
No one
top
cares
town.
about your
So
top
I'm
town.
changing my read on Storm. I think he's Mafia.
I'm gonna speak.
All right, Demon. All right.
You're supposed to wait 30 more seconds.
Speak up right here.
What is
Oh,
Waffles?
Panda
I'll
wants
Waffles talk first.
Yeah, so from the initial reactions and from the people talking in the beginning, I really like Gurgluck. I've played a lot with him, and in the past, when he's Mafia, he's usually plays like this kind of not really talking too much, just interjecting a bit, and then at the end of the day, he just gets a lot of reads. Like this game, he has been talking throughout the day. He has been constantly like commenting on like Demon, Stormslide, or whatever. I like his constant like updating of his thoughts. I like Bearded Frog. I'm not sure if you guys call him like something else.
dying in the
His
night,
real name is
guys.
Kermit. And
That's all I
Kermit,
can
I like him. I like
medic
him,
on me, please.
Sorry, no, I like him not because of how Grant said something about him. Grant said something about him. I just like him because of his interest to the game. Like he was asking people about their reads on himself, and he was like pinging. I think he pinged someone out at the beginning of the day. I wasn't sure who, but I like it. He was like paying attention and trying to figure out the game on his own accord. Those are probably my two top town.
So
I
you
don't
just
know.
sheep my two reads, basically.
No, I was gonna say before, but I don't know. Like I kind of like you, Grant, as well, just because the way you came out the same way in the two games I played with you before, like yesterday and today. But I'm not too sure yet. I need more information. One thing I found kind of really weak is LT's read on Erica. I don't know. Like I watched the Resistance games today, and she did the exact same thing. And
I'm talking about.
it was something that was also really easy to fabricate. Like that read that.
It's not.
Like that read that Erica just came out on herself and she just said something about Demon is something that's very easy to fake. About the other. What's up?
How do you feel about Storm right now?
I have found.
I'm not sure about Storm. I think Storm can be either way right now. I think
He's Mafia.
I think Storm can be either Mafia or Town this game. I don't have a really strong read on Storm, but
yeah, that's my read on everybody right now. Except for a few people.
Hey,
I'm gonna say my
Waffles.
reads in actuality.
Do you always try this hard?
Yes.
Okay, I've never played it.
Waffles is a try hard, but he's fun to play with. So.
And you
don't
never
want him to die because then he'll talk during night chat and never shut up. So you don't.
I for one welcome at you rushing over.
I want to say my reads. I've only got like 3 of them. The rest of you are scum. Demon, I still think you're town. I'm not certain if you're just trolling me with your Mafia read right now. Gurgluck, you do this shit as town. You're town, but below Demon, and Grant is still top down.
He should technically be.
Let's let Jacob speak.
You can put him above yourself.
From everyone else.
I do not worship the Gurgluck. He is.
Those are the only reads you have to now.
Rest of you are scum. Waffles is leaning closer to town. Kermit, you've been pinged out a lot. You haven't really offered too much content. You're probably leaning closer to scum. But I have no hard scum reads yet.
I know Kermit. It's hilarious.
I have a hard
No,
scum
be quiet, Demon.
No.
I'm
let's hear from you gotta talk to, like Willikin and Corna and.
I want to give my reads. All
right, let's hear it.
That's your first turn.
Okay, so maybe it's a pocket, but Grant, you're my number one. You know that. Jacob, I have a read on him. I'm not gonna say what, but he's my number 2 right now.
Wait, you just said.
Why'd you call him shit?
Okay, a guy that has said nothing this entire game is your number 2 town.
Well, he was trying, but just. And then Kermit, I'm not really sure about you.
I'm not buying that read.
Yeah, me
You'll
neither,
just-
buddy.
Yeah.
Well, how can
How
I
do you
make
feel
it?
about
It was the timing.
He hasn't
Yeah,
done
sure.
anything at all. He needs your number 2. That just doesn't fly with me.
Well, the timing of things made me think that he's town right now.
The 2 games I played Mafia
your
with.
partner.
Is who?
Grant your partner.
No.
Not my partner. I was gonna be like, yeah, we're fucking partners. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that this game. I'm not gonna do that.
Stop blaming Mafia, boy.
So Eric, can you explain your read on Jacob? Like, why do you
No,
think?
I actually can't explain it. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
You're my top Mafia,
If you don't
Eric.
understand what he's trying to convey, then I don't know.
I don't
understand what you're
I want to hear from Willikin and I want to hear from Corny because like they're two people I'd love to kill today if they don't talk.
I don't know. I think Eric is scummy. He couldn't explain his one read, and he also doesn't seem like he's enjoying the game enough, like he usually does when he's down.
Me? Well, because I'm trying to fucking win this shit, dude.
Well, you still
As
enjoy the game
Mafia.
as
How do you have to kill to win right now, Eric?
I already fucked up. God damn it.
Yeah, we know. Like you're gonna die. Like
I'm actually
it's
gonna
okay,
talk now because I've been kind of not being able to.
Go for it, friend.
This is kind of like saying some of the same reads, but I agree that I think Gurgluck and Grant are my 2 top town right now. Just their input has been really good. You're even in my books. My top scum right now, I kind of think is EG or EJ. He hasn't really. He said a little bit early on, but the way he hasn't been really paying attention. Just from what I've been noticing, he hasn't really been saying. He hasn't said much, and he hasn't been paying attention. There's other people that haven't been saying much, but they have been.
Can you tell us what EJ was saying?
I don't remember. It was when everyone was talking early on.
He called me down for like.
Jacob, out of the old people who have talked quite a bit, who do you like the least?
Storm.
So, Jake, I have a quick question.
No, it's not who do you dislike. Like, who do you not like, as in. Like,
in this game.
Mafia?
Like, as a person.
Yeah, I mean, who's Mafia?
I'll cut you up. I'm claiming serial
So
killers.
you say you don't like EJ, but you don't know what he said. What about Willowkin?
I don't know what he said because it was during the time when everyone was talking.
The fact that he doesn't know what he said is reason enough to not like EJ. Like, basically, he's saying that he didn't say enough.
Kermit,
Yeah, but why did he ping him especially out?
But Kermit, I will come to Jacob's defense because I feel the same way about EJ, and I can't even remember what the guy said. But I remember he said.
I remember him.
I was watching him
something about
he was
me.
just not really paying attention.
Okay,
I
can I
have
say what I said?
Oh no! EJ said.
Can I say what I said?
He got
Yeah.
the
Sure.
opposite read that
I-
got.
That's
I didn't like the way Erica came out on Demon. I thought it was really fabricated. I didn't feel like she believed it. While I'm talking, I like Grant. The way he came out was really tiny to me. I liked Eric straight away from the body read. I saw him play the other day, and he didn't give a fuck. He was cop, and got lynched, but he was just really sort of nonchalant and happy. And that's the only game I've seen him play, but he's playing really similar to that. I wasn't sure on Waffles before he came out, but I liked him when he came out. He would be my 3rd town. I don't like Erica or Willikin. I'm not sure on Corne. He'd probably.
Why don't you like Willikin?
Why don't you like Willikin?
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't said anything. I know he's been trying, and I
So
like.
if you don't like Willikin,
I haven't
then what about like Panda or something?
I moved this Willikin. Willikin, you should talk.
I don't like.
You're super quiet. Turn up your mic.
Okay, hold on.
And after Willikin, I want to get my reads.
Oh, that's cool. And then after that, Corne.
Go now, because Willikin.
Then after Corne,
Yeah.
I'll get mine.
Panda, give your reads.
Updated
Willikin
reads. I'm
fixes.
waiting.
Willikin's fixing his mic. Panda, go.
Panda
Yeah, go
goes.
Panda. It's fine.
All right, so I want to say Storm was my top town. He came out like 2 minutes into the game, just like trying to lead the town, and actually like gave out information. I think
What
Demon might actually be
what
down.
information did he give out within the first 2 minutes that you actually liked?
Not like he gave out information, like actually trying to figure out things where he
I talk down, everyone's like,
What did he try to figure out?
Cause like he was asking alignments. I don't remember exactly like everything because like already 13 minutes has gone by. Unfortunately, I just have short-term.
I was pressuring Gurgluck.
Demon's actually different from the way he usually plays. I don't know if
because he's actually.
That's one thing. I don't know if like just the new mic, the haircut, whatever, but
It's the
Demon's
shoes.
part of my town circle right now.
He doesn't have shoes.
Grant's like 60-40 town for me. It's possible that like that he might be making up something for Gurgluck, but it's also possible not.
Did we
Right
lose
now, I'd
someone?
be safe like not killing him.
We
Yes.
lost someone.
Was it someone in
Yeah.
the game or a
Yes.
It was someone in the game.
There was someone in the game.
We lost.
Alright, so pause the game.
All right. So how was your guys'
Hold on.
yesterday?
While we have a break, Willikin. test
It was
your
Kermit,
voice.
by the way.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that's
lot better.
better.
That's a lot better. Yep. Okay, cool.
By the way, how loud am I or quiet?
Oh, you sound
You
fine.
are like so loud, my ears are bleeding.
Yeah. Don't listen to LT.
No, seriously.
Don't worry,
Alright.
Joel.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
You're fine.
Back.
Hooray, Kermit.
Everybody, give Kermit a round of applause.
Round of applause.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Everyone who clap except for Gurgluck's Mafia.
Hey, come on, man.
So,
Oh,
game's back on.
Grant, I hate you now.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, can you give it your read, Panda?
I'm probably fine killing Eric at this moment.
Was that Eric or
Is
Is
Eric?
that because people
Eric.
were reading me as Mafia, so you're like, let's just go along with that shit?
Eric.
Hey, Liz,
So
can you put
Panda,
your
why
name
do
back?
you wanna
It's not.
like?
It's not just
get rid of-
because
Oh, yeah,
reading
sure,
as
hang on.
Mafia, but
So
I
why do
feel
you
like
want to
more
get rid
people
of
are reading
Eric?
you town than Mafia.
it's not just.
Okay, well let's hear from Willikin
It's
because
just a feeling like
Mike fix now.
the way that
Okay.
he's trying to
Yeah.
cover up the way he likes
Like,
Mafia plays.
I've been kind of quiet because
World Mafia.
it's
I don't
been
think I'm
generally the
allowed
same
to
reads
talk
as
about
most
it.
people. Like Gerlich, you're my top town.
Boom.
Think Grant is town. I also think
bad read.
Eric is town, actually. He seems relaxed. The only people I have like leaning Mafia is like EJ, that was just a buy read, not too strong. And
Was he leaning?
What else did I have on you?
Lady-
Nothing.
just leaning Mafia, just a buy read.
Does somebody want to give a read that I haven't given already?
Demon,
I think
Demon, what do you think
Candace-
about
I think Grant is.
I really like Skinny.
Waffle?
I really like Spunky from the Quest.
what do you think about Bearded Frog right now?
I
I
think
like
it's
you too,
Mafia.
Bozai.
You still think he's Mafia?
I want to formal him.
Wait, who are we talking
like
about?
Demon,
Who do you wanna
stop.
follow?
Bearded Frog, Kermit.
I disagree.
If you're a town demon, you should stop trolling.
Kermit talk.
I'm not
Oh,
trolling,
okay,
I'm
I think
really
Kermit
serious.
is not the lynch for today.
Can I talk first though?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Corny.
I can give some reads if you want.
I actually have
Yo,
higher
dude,
priority
Let
lynches on
Corny
him.
talk. Let Corny talk. Let Corny talk. Go.
Okay, so my top town for tonight is, or for today, is Spunky. I have been looking at Demon. I found that his initial activity seems to not be how he normally plays. Because of that, because Spunky noticed that as well, he's my top town for today. I would never lynch him.
Why is he your top town? Like what did he do?
Well, he instantly saw that Demon was being very active.
Everybody
and asked
saw
him,
that.
like, where's the murky Demon? He actually, sort of pushed it. And afterwards, Demon went quiet as well. I felt that was a good reaction from Spunky and not a good reaction from Demon.
Hey, Gurgluck, how are you reading me since you have this god read on me?
I like you this game. I like you.
Hey,
like,
you're right.
like
I
initially,
like Gurgluck as well.
initially, I
That's
was,
One pass for me.
initially I was curious about you, but some
Let
things.
Corny
occurred
finish.
and I like
He gave,
you
like,
now.
one
Yeah.
read.
But go, Corny, go. Yeah.
Because of that, I like Gurgluck as well. Eric, I actually kind of liked as well. I liked his play.
Medic on me tonight.
Brand, I'm not
What
sure.
if I don't want you in the game, Gurgluck?
I heard a lot of people saying that Brand's reaction was really good. I
Do you
didn't
guys just
hear
hear
that. He's just like in the middle for me.
Yes, we heard that. He's trolling.
Storm
I'm
is saying,
trolling.
I've got no
Or
idea
are you
about his activity. He seems to be more active
You're
than
gonna
what
get
I've
lynched.
seen, but I hold it up in the air. But that's about it for now, I guess.
Hey, let's
Rest
drop
I've
some
got no
knowledge on me.
Top town battle.
Who is your Mafia?
Yeah, give me some of them reads.
At the moment, Demon. I would definitely Demon.
That's a bad read. You should find a better Mafia.
What were you?
Yeah, better Mafia.
Yo, Liz,
talk over these.
I like Posy. Every time he's spoken up, he seems like he's really
What?
doing stuff
What
about
has
the
he
game.
said?
Yeah.
He hasn't done his town tell yet.
Mentioned-
He was muted when I
I
streamed the
just
first
kind of
time.
had him sort of chilling in the side of
Okay,
my.
can you remind us what he
vision.
said?
Yes, anything that he
Uh,
said in all this game.
One word at least that he
I have
said.
really bad memory. Every time somebody asks me this, I will never be able to tell you. I'm sorry.
I said
Commander
He
is
said he likes
done.
me.
Just when he's
Zai, have you said any words?
his little side comments have just seemed like he's trying to.
I
figure out
spoke
the
to
game.
Eric about Eric's
From
town
personal
reading.
experience, I'll
Shit.
tell you that little side comments and snippets are usually Mafia tells.
Not all
It's
the time,
just-
Kurt.
I actually am
But
starting to
for the
like
most-
Gurgluck
Depends
more
on
and
a
more.
player.
So,
You can't really judge it.
That's literally
What
I
else have
think
you
it
got
just
at
depends on
Liz?
Okay,
What other
so-
reads have
Yeah,
you
I'll
got?
tell you what pause I did.
Anything stronger than that?
I want to hear Templar's reads.
Okay.
I want to just hear him
I
take
like-
people out.
Oh yeah, Templar.
Forgot Templars.
Oh,
I like
Ooh.
Storm.
Templar.
He's doing his little nervous
Templar.
Storm thing. Apparently, he says he does that any game, but I think he does that more as town.
Oh,
Who's-
I was
who's
like,
Mafia?
that just reminded
every
me.
time I see it.
That just reminded me of my first game where I got mislynched day one for touching my hair. I was
Yeah,
so.
exactly, right?
Touching
Like,
your
Can I
face.
get my updated
reading.
for
reads,
me,
guys?
that's more like
No,
that's
Damon.
more
I want to hear from
like
Damon. I want to hear from
We're
Damon.
I'm
than
this
anyone.
lynch,
time now, so it can be,
Storm
I
is
want to
for
speak
him
up
touching
too.
his hair.
Aren't you feeling fabulous? Just speak
Wait, that
up.
was you, Grant?
Hey, we're
Yeah,
not getting
the
rid of
first
this
couple times I
question
played
in
with you, I
tempo.
missed it.
So,
Hold on, guys.
Oh no no no.
Yo, I'm giving my a few updated reads. Like Spunky's sounded like the
Hey.
question Panda. He forced Panda into a question that Panda cannot answer.
Can
I
we
think
steer
it
from
was
Templar before
about
it's time for
read
formals?
Panda had on.
It was about Storm.
Oh, Storm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
You're looking
And
sweaty, Panda.
I just like Eric. He kind of shut down after my original like read on him. He is not enjoying the game. He usually does this town, and yes, Gurlock.
No.
Oh well, yeah.
Counting down.
No, let's hear from let's hear
Dini,
from
what do you think about
Steer
Willow?
from Templar. I don't want to have to
What?
listen to Templar if
What
he's
do I think
not.
about Storm?
Eric.
No,
How
about
do you hear from
Willow.
Templar
Let's
first?
hear from
Second, Eric.
Templar before you.
Yeah.
So,
Formal on
Templar.
Eric. Accusation, please.
Listen if you want to
Demon's
hear.
actually my top town. His early game attempt to leave
There's
the
a
town.
formal.
Formal on Eric. Accusation, please.
Eric, you crumbled when I pressured you about your reads earlier. I think you had a guilty conscience, so you came off to Grant saying your whole little thing that you have between one another, where you knew what he was going to say if you didn't claim Mafia as town from the get-go. And then when I said, well, maybe you're not going to claim Mafia as town because you're Mafia and you don't want to claim Mafia. And you totally choked on that and could not come up with a decent response thereafter. And you even said you had fucked up at that point. So you need to defend yourself or die here.
All right. Well, first off, I didn't know what the fuck you said when you were talking about that. I thought you were just trolling. I wasn't paying attention. And what else? Grant, literally every fucking time, Grant's like, well, my read on Eric is that he has or hasn't fucking did this, you know. So I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna try to become a serious player. So I'm not gonna do that shit anymore, you know. And I don't want him to fucking read me scummy the whole fucking game because of it.
So what do you think? Wait, the formal timer's not going. We are in a formal,
Even
right?
Slip knows this is such a
Yeah,
bad
come
formal.
on, Slip.
All right. So my question was, what do you think of Grant's read on you then? If you're not doing the things that he reads you for.
What do you mean? Well, I mean, I don't know why I would do that as Mafia. I just, you know,
my point is, you said you're gonna stop doing the things that Grant reads you for, and yet Grant still has a read on you. So what do you
Well, I
think?
think he thought because like, why would I do that if I was Mafia? You know, I just do the same thing and I have Grant on my side. So like, it just doesn't really make sense for me to do that as Mafia.
It doesn't make sense that you could pocket Grant there. I don't understand.
I'm saying if I was Mafia, I would pocket Grant by saying, "Hey, I'm fucking Mafia, guys."
What are your other reads?
But you basically pocketed him anyway.
I don't fucking tried. I'm not fucking psychic. How the fuck was I supposed to know it was gonna happen?
That
What
was
do you?
3 fucks in one
My
sentence.
point is, what is your read on him for it?
I don't fucking have it. I think he's. I don't fucking know. He could be Mafia. He could be Town. Grant's good. I don't know.
What are your other reads?
It doesn't mean it's the first time it's fucking happened
What
to me.
are your
clearly.
other
Do you
reads?
have other reads? What do you
Should
read?
leave this topic and go
Yeah, I
on.
do have other reads. I thought Gurglik was actually more Mafia at the beginning, just because I don't give a shit if he like wouldn't have killed, you know, Tloke or whatever. Like, you know, most people wouldn't have killed most people or whatever. You know, I don't give a shit. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, I think that's stupid. I think I'm not sure if Panda, like, I don't know, he's nervous or something, but Panda and Lisk, I really didn't like that they just kind of said some shit and didn't have anything to back it up. Like, if you're gonna like go with a read, you have to at least be thinking about what you're gonna say. But that just seems like bad from either alignment.
Why are you bussing your Mafia partners?
Ooh.
Just fuck off, Gurglik. Okay? Do you want me to fucking give my reads or not?
Eric, after the initial, so after the initial, like when Gurgla came out, what do you think of him like right now?
I think he's Town. I think everything he's done is leading up to Town. Like, there's
Can you
certainly
name
nothing
some
else.
specific
Eric,
things?
I'm gonna ask you a question. Answer as quick as you can. If you had a gun, who do you shoot?
Fuck. It's hard, man.
That is not very quick.
Who's your top Mafia?
Yeah, like it's.
If you were in a duel, you would.
Let's reword the question. Who's your top Mafia?
My objective is to not get lynched day one as Town.
That is a bad objective.
Wow.
How about you guys
So
stop
I know I got some town cred.
You,
from
you
some
just
games.
mentioned you're
This is like-
failing your objective. Panda, why didn't one of those names come up?
Like you can do that by like trying to investigate who's Mafia and trying to kill Mafia. That's how you do it. You get like more objectives.
I was trying to get my reads earlier, but then I got fucking thrown off track by this retarded formal.
Hey, don't say retarded.
What?
That's nice.
What? This formal gives you a time to give reads.
Eric, what do you think about Storm and Panda?
I don't fucking like Storm.
What do you think about?
Because I'm pressuring you?
Shut the fuck up, Storm. What do you think?
I mean, I just don't like you.
What do you think about me then?
I said I don't like you. I thought that you just gave a read and it just didn't mean
So do you
anything.
think I'm bad counter, or do you think I'm
Well, isn't it your first game? I know when it was my first game, I was just saying shit like that too, so I'd avoid stuff. So I don't fucking.
Eric, do you still like Jacob? What's your read on Jacob after your initial gut read? Do you have anything updated on him or?
No, he hasn't said. He didn't say the second time that I thought he would, so it doesn't really mean much.
Okay.
He has the
Not
same
anymore.
Mafia reads. as
Can
me.
you give a read on Willowkin?
I think Willowkin's Mafia. Maybe it's just like a dumb read, but I don't. He just seemed kind of like, it's like, sorry guys, it's my mic kind of quiet. Like he was just like kind of nervous. Like nobody fucking asked him anything. He was already like choking over his shit.
Alright,
So I
time in the
thought that was
formal
kinda
is actually up. Push resend. Alright, 10 seconds.
Sorry that I didn't want to like explain my fucking OGI shit on Jacob or whatever. But this is a really dumb. Like there's so many better lynches. Like I don't understand this.
Alright, if you'd like to vote on Eric, please vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. That is not enough. Eric is immune. 30 seconds.
Yeah, nice fucking hammer, Panda.
Eric, it's not a hammer.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Dead, it wasn't a hammer.
Oh, I know. I'm not fucking
Templar,
mad.
can you
He
just
was
like a little bit before the
he
formal?
looked at all the hands.
Could have been
I think there's at least one.
No, I want to hear from Templar.
No, we don't have time. I have to formal.
No, Slip, how long do we actually
Okay,
have?
well, whatever.
Panda.
I want to hear
Second
from Templar,
Panda.
really.
Whoa!
Formal on Panda. Accusation, please.
It's not a fucking snap if there are 10 seconds in the day. Alright,
Thank you.
I think
I'm not worried about the snap thing.
your super town read on Storm is just fucking weird. I think you and him are together, and I'll formal him after we kill you.
Damn.
He's not with.
Well, I'm definitely not. Unless we're both town, that's the only way I'm with him. Outside of the fact that maybe I just gave a bad read, happens. Any other questions from like anyone?
What other reads do you have?
Have your reads updated since last?
Yeah, can you just go over
Give
your
your
reads
updated
again?
reads, please.
Storm Town, Demon Town, Waffles, probably town now. Not sure about LT. Eric somehow managed to live. Kermit spoke up like for 2 seconds. I don't remember anything he said. I don't even think like it had like a hold to the game. So that's possible Mafia. Templar didn't say anything yet. Gurgluck, he's been getting town read, but I don't fully know why. I think he gave like 2 actual reads. Pause, you have a question.
In regards to Kermit, do you think if he's scummy that he would put so much focus on himself? He's pretty much asking everyone, "What do you think of me? What do you think of me?"
He's done that before as Mafia, and he's done that as Spy and Resistance. So I wouldn't ask him to do it again.
What do you? Why did you vote on Eric? What did you not like about his formal or his play?
I said early in the day that like Eric was my top Mafia. Eric was the only person like that I thought was Mafia at the time. So I was voting him out.
I think the way you're going through people's reads and like picking out, including people like, oh, this player, they haven't really said anything. It's like you're trying to find reads, whereas if you're
That's what I
you
was
would
gonna
have
say.
reads already, and you would need.
Those aren't reads. That's just going. That's quickly evaluating what.
Why don't you have a read on me specifically? I've been talking decently in this game.
Have you? I heard you. Everyone said like you said one thing and then 2 people town read you. I didn't really hear that unless that was in the.
What about my push on you?
Like,
Yeah, he said the thing about you.
what push?
All right. Well.
So Panda, what do you think about how Storm attempted to try and bury Eric, but he's not trying to bury you?
I haven't found anything to bury him with, and I don't think he's Mafia.
What?
He is.
There's not anything to bury him with. Even if
Well,
you
I
were,
can't think of anything to bury him with. I was just asking pointed questions. I don't have anything.
how about the fact that he hasn't given like a solid fucking read, just going
Like that's just obvious. Like I don't even have to ask that shit.
I think you should let Panda talk, and the rest of his formal OV will die.
I mean, I don't really have anything else to say. Like,
exactly.
If you want to lynch a town, you lynch the town.
Panda, all right. There are 4 Mafia alive. Make a circle. Give me the 4 Mafia right now.
4 Mafia.
Just pick 4 random names, right?
Eric. Kermit. One between Jacob and Korn, and maybe EJ.
So why don't you think Jacob and Korn could be together?
Do you think
like
Jacob
those who are just like.
Do you think Jacob picks me out as his only Mafia read if he's Mafia, and I'm Mafia?
As a new player, yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
unlikely.
Who was your second Mafia read?
It was
Eric, Kermit, Jacob, or
Kermit.
Korn, and then EJ.
I mean, we're asking him so he can.
Yeah,
like,
you shouldn't have said that, dude. It was
Oh,
me.
sorry. Oops. My bad.
The reason why I think he's town, just so people know, is because a lot of his reads match up with mine.
What are your
Well, that
reads?
says a lot about your reads.
Right.
I think I just got called a shitter.
Yeah, I think so.
Time in the formal is up. Push or rescind. Push. 10 seconds, Panda.
Riveting.
Solid.
Alright. If you would like to vote on Panda, please vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. Panda, you are dead. You will have 2 minutes to make your guaranteed formal.
Templar, do you have any?
Everyone voted!
I want to hear from Templar.
Storm, come on.
That's fine, Miss Lynch.
It seemed like you was just an
Guys, let's
No way.
Templar talk.
There's no way that
Storm
wasn't
was only-
a miss. Holy crap.
Everybody voted. Probably was.
It was
I
a
don't
miss.
have any like
I
strong
think it was a
pushes for
miss.
this
I don't
last
know.
formal right now. Like maybe like I don't know, Posei, Lisk. I kind of didn't like Eric, but I kind of like him more now. Willikin, I guess. Like those are the 3 people I want to hear from.
Well, we
like,
can't get rid of Eric today.
Why do you think it was a miss, Waffles?
Gurgla, get
Because
off
everyone
my dick.
voted, and then like nobody actually said
When
anything.
everyone
Who's
votes,
second?
either Mafia
Like-
was like, hey ho, time to
I
bus. Or
Like,
we
no,
should
I
look
don't
at
think
Ozzy and
so. I
Willikin,
think, like,
Mafia
really
look
quick,
at his
and also,
formal
like,
structure.
I think a lot
He
of
didn't really
people
say
clear
anything,
their
and no
play.
one was really saying anything in his formal.
I
Yeah, I
tried
don't
to-
think Storm without hard aligns with him either.
I tried to
Like,
formal it myself.
I thought he was down.
So I seconded.
Is that because you may have perfect information?
No, it may be just because I'm Donkey Town and my reads are
Oh,
trash,
Ozzy,
and mine with his
Willikin,
Donkey Town
Get
trash.
some reads.
Like his formal
No,
wasn't
I
that
The only
good.
new thing I
The
got
way
is
people
that
reacted
I like
to it.
His
Funky.
formal wasn't that good.
Be
Stop
quiet.
talking
Let's
about
go
his
to
formal.
Like really
Be
easy
quiet,
to
be
hop on
quiet.
a message.
Yeah, like Spunky is my new. He's not top town, but like I like him because his interaction with Korn.
What?
When Korn was talking to you, your reaction that made me like you as town.
Talk to me?
Yeah,
What was his reaction?
it's just like chill, relaxed.
I think his reaction to everybody calling him town
Oh,
was
I
like,
remember.
yeah.
Oh, I remember now. I remember now. Okay.
Keep anything else? You
Is there a formal?
Not yet.
No, we have 20 seconds to make.
I think we should formal him.
I'd rather
is
actually
there
see it on Lisk.
Him or Posey, I think, or Lisk. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I formal Lisk.
I think she's way too happy in this
I
game to
formal-
be Mafia.
I'd rather leave
Formal
Posey
second
until
Lisk.
later. 'cause he's
Former
usually
Willikin.
on dates
Second
with me.
Posey.
I second
Formal on
Willikin.
Posey. Accusation, please.
Oh, I also formaled you, so I'll give the accusation. Posey, you haven't really said anything this game. You've had a snippet here or there, but it hasn't actually been any kind of substance. Like you've had the entire day, and there's been numerous lulls in the game where you could speak up and actually give some information and try and contribute as town. You have failed to do that, so die.
Yeah. I also had fairly many chances to second a formal and leading it away from myself here in the last seconds. I was the first one that gave a read on Spunky from his interactions with Panda, his questioning of him. And I'm pretty sure he can confirm that because he sent me a heart afterwards.
Yep, I can confirm.
Apart from that, I read you quite soundly, Gertlich. It might just because there's so many new and quiet people, but you've been way more interactive than I've seen you before, and I don't think I've played anything but with you when you've been Mafia. So it changes. It's a change of play from you. You know,
Does that
from
make
Why are you reading it as a
No,
change of play and not Mafia?
I'm saying I've only played with Gurk when he's been Mafia, from
And
my
does-
recollection.
Oh, I thought you
and
said he
his
was
play
going
is different.
Oh,
He's
okay.
way
so
more
I think
active.
I'm town. Okay.
I think you're town, but it may
Okay.
also be because there's a lot of quiet people that you kind of like step up. Stormlight, I'm not sure if as of today he tends to have a good day one no matter what alignment he is. You need to read him on how much he falls off the following days. I like Kermit. I think the amount of focus he's put on himself, he doesn't do that. I can't see him do that as Mafia.
He does. Don't worry.
Okay. I haven't played enough with him then.
Don't worry, Pausa, you're right this time.
Pausa, if you had to give one
What do you
read,
think
it
about
doesn't matter
demons?
if it's Mafia or Town, if you had to give one read that you're ride or die with for the rest of the game, what read would that be?
I probably I have a good feeling about Spunky, so him as Town.
There it is. That's what he said.
I'd write with him to like final 7, and then get him out of the way before you get to final 3. Because
Did you already say your top scum?
I can't see why. I know I'm Town, so I can't see why Lisk would Town read me, because I thought that was very odd.
Agreed.
I did too. You didn't do your town tell yet, which is bothering me.
Yeah, but you've been
Go through
rolling me
everything.
before.
Why do you think it's weird that Lisk read you as Town if you are Town?
I feel no, I meant in terms of people have been throwing her name up as possibly Mafia, and I feel like it would be odd for her to choose that one person in the game she Town read with me when I know
I
I'm
haven't
Town.
just
So
Town
I
read one
can't.
person in this game, and I'm
I
not
think
here
I'm
as
missing your
people too.
point.
No, I think he's trying to say that she's trying to pocket him.
No,
that
I'm
it just doesn't
trying
make
to
sense
say
for him to be the founder.
I don't think that
It could
she
be
might
spewing.
the
I don't
best
think.
to kill today if I somehow survive.
I will.
Demon was quite outspoken during the earlier game. He's been falling off a bit. I read him Town early on, a little less now. Yes.
I have a leading question. Do you think the cop should probably check Eric, since that vote was rather?
It would probably be a decent choice.
5,
Yeah.
6? I think that'd be
Spunky.
What do you think about Templar and Grant?
Templar has always been or has been sitting back for like most of his town play, mainly his town play. As Mafia, I feel like he's a bit more active and out there and tries to control it. And who was the other person again?
Grant.
I liked him early on.
Do you think he's fallen off?
He's fallen off a bit, but he wouldn't be one of my choices.
Do you think we've hit on Panda?
I voted on Panda. I thought his defense was bad, but
Time's up. Push or rescind.
Anymore.
Alright, 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm Town. I'd be a bad Lynch. I'm not sure about Panda. I thought he was Mafia at the moment, hence why I voted on him. But I'm not sure after seeing all the votes.
Alright, if you would like to vote, please vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. 2 is not enough. Go to sleep. Send me your night actions.
Damn.
Alright, today will be a 25-minute day during the night. Templar, you die. Spunky, you die. And the day begins.
Do we have a Vigi claim or cop claim?
Yeah, Vigi should claim.
My Zoom is lagging really hard.
Alright, EJ's Vigi. He's got a gun right there.
I think
that's
know
a
where my
really
shot
good
is-
thing.
I think I know where my shot is going.
Well, that's helpful because it explains why he was so scummy yesterday.
Yeah, that does help.
No, I'm just new. That's why I was so scummy yesterday.
Can you guys
So
Yeah,
I hate to do this after such a long night phase, but do you guys mind if I restart?
well, we're just gonna continue on.
That's fine.
He'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Why do you look so
Okay.
happy, Corin?
I would like to hear from Willikin.
Please, God, I have a fucking grease.
Yeah. Yesterday I didn't talk too much because pretty much all my reads were like the same as other people's read. Yeah, I thought you
what
were
about
scummy. Yeah, I thought you were scummy, but since kind of Vigi, obviously. Town. I think the only read that's like different from other people is that I still think Eric is town, just like.
I mean, a lot of people must have thought.
Why
he
do
was
you
down,
think?
but
Why do you think he's town? Two people who voted on him died just in the night.
At first, like he was relaxed, like during the midday, and then as formal, like seemed pretty intense. I don't know, his formal seemed towny to me.
I don't know. I'm just gonna like mention this. We had 2 formals yesterday, and I believe we had 3. Right? Yeah, we had 3. But like the 2 that are most important is Eric and the guy Will Lynch, the Panda. And Panda was voted on by everyone, and like there was no interaction between anyone in Panda's formal at all. Like nobody was even trying to defend him except for Storm, or I don't even know what the Storm was doing. But
I personally think Panda was a hit. I think he was just an overwhelmed Mafia. Yeah, because here's the thing, like he didn't have anything to say, so I think Mafia was just forced into voting on their partner. Like when Spunky questioned him about why he was giving the read, and then like the one read that he was very adamant about, he didn't have any reasoning for it. Like he didn't even really remember why he had that read.
I don't know. Like
I think you more often have that read as Mafia because like you remember, oh, okay, yeah, this is something I want to talk about, and then when it actually comes on under pressure,
like honestly,
Okay, so
compared
Grant,
reads are very
okay,
good.
Grant, what do you
to-
think?
Go
What
ahead.
do you think about Storm? With that formal, what does that make you think of Storm?
well, like here's the thing. So wait, how is Storm related to Panda? Wait,
How is Storm related to Panda? He was the
well,
only
I mean,
one
like,
who
since
didn't
you were
vote
saying
on him.
okay, I see what you're saying. I thought you
they
meant
were
that, like,
hard.
So here's the thing,
like
like,
reading each other.
Yeah.
Which
I don't know if it's necessarily alignment indicative. It could be Storm either has too much information and knows that Panda's town. It could be that. I don't think it's that.
Who was the other person that voted on Pawseye?
The votes on and that was something else I wanted to talk about. The 2 people who voted on Pawseye were Gurglek and Stormslide. Like I didn't vote on Pawseye, but I think it's really weird that there were only 2 votes in that formal.
Yeah.
Like I think that is super strange. Like I personally thought he was town before the vote, but after I see that he only gets 2 votes, I don't think his formal was 2 votes.
That's like exactly what I think.
Especially
His
since it's a
formal was not
guarantee.
good enough to only get 2 votes.
I'm
Yeah,
so
exactly.
sure
I
that
want to say Ozzy.
Grant, you pocketed me.
he's using
that was RNG one.
good
I
luck.
don't-
would say the same thing about
He's
Eric,
trying to
honestly.
figure out the
Like
game.
compare Eric's and
I don't think that tells us too much though, because it either means that people thought, like Mafia thought that he was too towny and that they weren't going to vote, so they're not going to vote anyway, or
I don't know. I think the vote like yesterday really speaks a lot. Like compare Eric and what is his name? Panda's formals. Like Panda was voted by everyone, and Eric had like what?
Does anyone
5
have my
votes?
brother's
Six.
Like 6 votes. And now
It would be weird that he was Mafia when people were generally scared of voting.
Can we
That
just
he
confirm
that
that
pick
I
up
have
all
a
the
pretty
votes.
good top- I know a pretty
Demon,
good
just stop
top on him.
talking. Shush.
Okay, Lisk, who is Mafia? You
gonna
said
tell
that
me
you
shut
gave
up.
Mafia reads yesterday. I didn't hear them. I
I'm
don't
like-
think you've given any Mafia
I'm
reads.
like
You gave a couple of
I
Mafia
have
reads.
90% sure that Kermit.
to be honest,
I'd love to
I
hear
have-
something.
I'm
Why?
having a hard
Demon?
time
I don't
reading
get it.
hard
Seriously.
reading.
Because
Let me say something
I
about
do
the
have-
last time I was
yeah,
Mafia
yeah,
with
yeah.
Lisk. She didn't have
I-
any reads the entire game, and then randomly she just fucking threw out the Mafia team name, and that's exactly what she did to Posy. The
As
second
town
pressure
or
was on
Mafia?
her as Mafia. The second she got pressured, she just like, it's this person, even though she had no. She just threw shit on them.
She
like, went,
wasn't
she's town,
pressured
he's
when
Mafia.
you threw out
Well,
my
like
name
the
yesterday.
the 2 teammates, one was town and one was Mafia. I don't know if that was just like, if that just happened to be that game, but that's what I noticed, and I wanted to talk about it.
Okay, I agreed with all of Grant's reads. So he's either Mafia and pocketed me or just Super Town. Same as Eric. I think we lynched today between Willow and Lisk. That's what I think. Also,
one other thing I think is super strange is I tried to formal Willow at the end of the day yesterday, and nobody seconded him because we gave him. Hold on. We gave him the last 45 seconds of the day to like speak and try and plead his case, and he gave one read and was kind of shaky about his one read. Like if you have 45 seconds to plead your case on if you're a town, like you got to do more than that the rest of the.
I tried to second you again, but
he didn't do anything to convince me. So let's give him another opportunity. Willow, tell me your best chance. Why are you
one second, Grant. Demon, can you explain your 2 super hard reads that you have that are
I know, Gerg.
super wrong?
I love you, Gerg. Oh my
I have
God.
one super hard read on Kermit. What was the other one?
Can you explain why you have this like hard ass read
It's
on?
like you have a
Kermit
DLGN read. Like
it's
it's like you're not pushing anything. You just bring up his name. He's
you're
not.
like
it's a soul read. That's all I'll say.
Like
it's a what read?
If we formal him and he can convince me that
Yo, and Demon, the last time I heard you do this exact same thing, you were Mafia. So
when's the last time this
when
happened?
we were Mafia partners together, and you had your soul read on DLGN, who was also our Mafia partner.
Yeah, but he's also had it as against DLGN when he was town. So I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But it's weird how he's not
it's not Lyman indicative.
giving any reasons. Like, I don't know. If you have a soul read, you have to give fucking reasons, in my opinion. It's really fucking hard for other people in town.
Isn't that what a soul read is, though? You don't have a reason?
Yeah, but you gotta...
there's a reason.
Oh, you have a feeling you can explain or something.
It's an awful read, to be honest. I really try to get information for town, so I don't know why you would
like.
think.
I have one on.
Well, I don't know how to be more aggressive.
I have a soul read on one person, and it's Alice story. He doesn't play very often, but I have a soul read on him, and whenever he's Mafia, I literally just.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
What should read this? What should read
Doesn't
this
matter.
game?
Nobody cares about
If you know someone is Mafia, you want to get them lynched like fuck, and you're just sitting there, Demon.
What's your reads this game, LT?
Me,
Who does Demon want to kill?
He wants to kill me and Kermit.
Are you serious, Gerg? Didn't he call you down yesterday?
Yo,
I wanted to kill you. That is
Mafia.
false
Let's
information.
hear from LT. LT hasn't said anything basically this entire game.
I have.
Isn't he been talking like this past like 2 minutes?
Lie right there,
That's not a lie at all. What did he say?
He didn't say much yesterday. He said a bit.
He also town raid one of my top scums.
Alright.
So.
Just give some reason, LT.
Alright. Demon's persistence against Kermit is weird because he's not really pushing any read on it. I brought that up just now. I had a town read. I'll talk about my day 1 reads too. I had a town read on Kermit for reaction towards the reaction of Storm's failed troll against his beard. Some shit like that. I don't know. I thought Kermit's reaction towards that was like really towny. How he just didn't give a fuck about Storm's failed troll. I thought Grant came out confident and had a funnish reaction towards Gurglook, and Gurglook had the same funnish like demeanor reaction towards Grant, like vice versa. So that put them both in my town.
He had Mafia face.
Like you both had.
How's
like,
that read going for you, Gurglook?
You guys both had a reaction towards each other, like an interaction, and it was both towny towards me for both of you. Spunky, he gave me the original read on Panda day 1.
He died. Nobody cares.
Was he
My
pushing
bad.
anybody?
Fuck Waffles. Shut the hell up for once. Alright.
I don't think he said much. Like he hadn't said that much.
And then Lisk, she's fallen off. My read on her day 1 was basically just like a read from like. It was a meta read from like 3 weeks ago, so it wasn't very strong.
Was she ever on?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
For me, yes, I talked about that day 1.
Alright, that's fine, I guess. Whatever.
Like that was the one read that EJ disagreed with.
The one?
I think that was the only thing he brought up day 1.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Like he disagreed with my read on Lisk.
Alright, after you talk, I want to hear from EJ why he disagrees.
He's Vigi!
Oh.
Yeah, you missed that.
I'm sorry.
We were gonna hear from Willow. And then we
and we got distracted by Demon's bad reads. Go
Also,
Willow.
not speaking up doesn't count for you, Willow. Just letting it slide by isn't good.
Yeah.
So
you definitely need to talk.
Yeah,
in Kermit too.
I don't have any Mafia. One of them was EJ, and he claimed Vigi. My top down, Gerlich, Grant's pretty towny. I actually think Demon's down. Like he's pressed on a couple of people. Like during Eric's formal, he asked a few pointed questions, and he keeps trying to ping out Kermit. So that's why I think Demon's leaning town.
So do you think Kermit's Mafia then?
How's that town indicative?
Because you're. Oh, because you're trying to ask questions, trying to figure out alignments.
It's the new demon trying to lead town.
Wait, is the
yeah.
Vigi the only one who outed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna assume that means Scott doesn't have a red.
No fucking court has agreed on me. I'm fucking waiting.
And like the only Mafia-ish people I actually think Storm might be, because he started out pretty active early on day one, and then when Formals got around, he was a little bit more quiet.
I
And
quieted down because it was Formals, my bad.
Hey Storm, I'm happy.
And the only other one might be Corin, because I think he might have tried to pocket it Splunky.
Okay, tell me what you think of Lisk and Posy. But it's okay. First, tell me what you think of Posy's formal. Like, what did you like his formal?
Yeah, I actually really like this formal. Like, I thought he might have been PR, just how quiet it was, and then during his formal.
So what about after the vote? Was only 2. Do you think Mafia just didn't vote on it because he was just so down?
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, I don't know. I don't think it was like that great a formula that Mafia wouldn't vote is the only issue. Yeah. And as far as
set his hand up for a while once you're done, just so.
Okay. And I know someone asked me about Lisk. She's neutral for me. I haven't got anything on her.
What do you think about Jacob, by the way?
Oh my gosh.
Shit, Jacob's in the game.
Yeah, he's flying under the radar.
Not really. He's not pulling under the radar.
I know he's been quiet, but like just body wise.
Wait, who'd you say that was the read on?
Me.
What?
Who?
Jacob.
Uptown.
I thought I heard Adam. I was like, what
Okay,
the fuck?
this is all fantastic. Let's hear from Waffles.
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk a bit. Like, at the beginning of the day, Grant has really fallen off. But after he spoke, I really agreed with his one comment about how Potsy got only 2 votes. I have like my own reason for reading Potsy Town, because he said a thing about Kermit that I really agreed with, that Kermit was trying to get information for Town from day one. He asked like everyone like bunch of questions about like his alignment, like what do you think about this? He's basically traffic copy for himself. Like, I really agree with that read, but I found it really weird that there were only 2 votes. Like, I really didn't think his form was that great not to vote. I know it has been said by Grant already, but I like Grant for that. I like Kermit too, and I'm not sure what to think about Potsy after the vote. It's really weird. I still think he's Town, but he has fallen off after that vote. I don't like Eric. Like, looking at the formals yesterday, you can really, like, Eric's formal wasn't much better than the guy we lynched, not to get like.
That's
so
just
that
fucked up.
Panda got voted by everyone, and Eric like got voted by like 5 people. Like,
also 2 people died who voted on him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah,
remaining 3.
And,
Why do you keep bringing that
What do you
up?
think about Demon?
Because I think it's vital.
That's also like a problem. Like, I keep asking Demon what his reader is on Kermit, because he hasn't really reevaluated. Like, you can see Kermit's gameplay and how he played like throughout day 1, and Demon has been just stuck on his read through the entire game for some reason.
Let me explain to you. I think it's terrible that you guys are gonna read him Town for him asking everyone what they think of him.
That's not the only thing I asked.
You've asked a few questions that could even sound towny. It doesn't seem like you're trying to figure out the game.
Alright, I don't really want to.
I completely disagree. Like, I think
playing
how
a Donkey Town game to me.
questions and how he's bringing out vote logic, it really speaks to him in Town. Like, I really disagree. I keep asking you what your read on him was, and you just like soul read, which is like I don't really know what to think about that.
You kind of Waffles. You gave a lot of Town reads. Who are your Mafia?
That's what I said. Like, I don't like Demon like Tunnel, and I don't like LT's reads today. LT's reads yesterday and today were like extremely something I didn't like. His read on Lisk and his reads today were like, it felt really fabricated. It felt like he was just wanting to get like some BS information.
What do you think? Do you think Panda was a hit?
No, I don't think Panda was a hit because everyone voted and nobody defended. Like, nobody did anything in Panda's formal. When Panda shut down, Nobody said anything. Yeah,
I defended the shit out of that kid.
I'm
not really.
not sure about
Storm's a nobody, so nobody did anything. Boom.
All right, so I want to know why
Wow.
Corn is getting
See, Corny
getting
likes my
foul
joke.
pass from everyone. Did he do something while I was gone?
No, he hasn't done it yet.
All right, let's hear from him then.
Well, where should I start? I still think Demon is Mafia. I still think that his soul read on Kermit came way too early in the game.
Demon is never Mafia.
You still think that?
But
I never said it's a soul reader early in the game.
Well, let him
I just think from that, and it's from there on out. I guess Kermit is probably town. I also feel that if Panda was like town, which I'm starting to edge towards, then Storm is probably town as well. I feel like they were so on the same team, regardless of if that's Mafia or town. But I get the feeling that Storm is town right now. I wouldn't want
How
to.
do you know that I'm on like?
Why
are you reading me as being on the same team as him? Like for that? Like I don't know he was town. I thought he was town, but you shouldn't be reading me as solid town.
Can I ask you a couple questions?
No, but that's just how I feel about it. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's how I felt. Yeah.
If it was me and one partner that you knew, say I was Mafia, and like, who do you think I would be aligned with, and who do you think I'm exact opposite of?
That's such a weird.
That's a really hard
It's like such a long question.
Alright, fine.
I'm gonna ignore that question. Instead of that, say who you're
Okay,
talking.
Courtney, what do you think of?
Top down.
I'm not sure if I forgot if you mentioned Kermit. Like, what do you think? Demon is town. What do you think of Kermit?
No, I think Demon is Mafia.
Oh yeah, he did say
that. I said that yesterday as well. I started off with that as my read. I also thought Lofty was town because he was actually looking at Demon, and he died now. So the same kind.
I think this guy's town.
Partners.
I don't know how to read this guy. It's his first game, I think.
It is my very first game. I've never played Mafia before.
All right, I'll give him a 5-minute town pass.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so hold on. I want to.
Yeah, that's how long it is before I formal him.
No, you aren't. No, you aren't. Okay, so here's the thing. I want to hear from Jacob because Jacob was one of the quiet people who actually spoke up on his own accord yesterday, and he has done absolutely nothing today except for asking Waffles one question. So I would like to hear from Jacob.
All right, that's fine. I still go by Gurgluck being pretty towny. I think Grant is also pretty towny. Both of them have been kind of trying to lead the way. Grant has been just being very active. Gurgluck was very active early on, just trying to lead up, find the Mafia, which is very, very town indicative. EJ, he's definitely, I think he is the Vigi. He was playing really weird, so starting him off as the Vigi. Like, he was playing weird, which was, like, I think he was trying not to claim or say anything about it, so he was kind of awkward about it, so I do believe him as the Vigi. Corny, his reads I think were okay. I don't exactly see why he reads Storm so hard. Mafia? I mean, not Mafia.
Wait, who reads me Mafia?
No, sorry, I meant to say Town. He reads you like
no,
super.
That was kind of my question too.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why you read him super hard Town. You can. I'm not saying you can't, but you weren't reading. Like you didn't explain it. Other than that, I'm not sure about Demon. He has been tunneling on Kermit a little bit, but I'm not sure if that's more Town or Mafia. I think he could do that as both. Lisk has been extremely quiet, so I'm not sure about her either. She was quiet in the other game I played with her as well, and she ended up being Mafia. So I'm not sure.
Quiet.
I'll give you a hint. Quiet tends to equal Mafia.
Yeah. So other than that, I think Waffles is pretty towny, just the way he's been explaining things. Other than that, everyone else is kind of iffy for me.
What do you think about the votes yesterday?
I'm pretty active.
Who did you say your top Mafia was?
My top Mafia right now, I don't really have a top Mafia. I think right now it's probably between like Lisk, Willow, Storm.
Wait, why are you reading me Mafia when I'm completely different from Willow and Lisk? Like just explain it.
You were like, when you were active day one, it wasn't really serious activeness. You were just
I was active during the early part and not
you're active during the early part, and then you kind of just stopped talking, and the active during the early part was just kind of joking around, not really saying much. You weren't really trying to contribute much to the game. So
I got Demon's alignment out of it. I got Gurglook's alignment out of it. I did a lot for myself. Maybe not for the
Storm,
rest.
I really want to know like why you hard aligned.
Demon also has a question.
Hey, I want to say one thing. Nobody is making any formals today unless your name is EJ. EJ is the only one that
But Jacob, I have one question.
I would like to make a formal right now.
Sorry,
so we
Jacob,
get
what do
an
you think of the
extra one.
formals yesterday? Like, pot size, do you think it's weird he got 2 votes, Eric, like, etc.?
The reason I didn't vote on Pazai is because even though his formal wasn't that great, I still think he was trying to give like good reads and trying to actually like
Do
figure
you
out
know
the game.
what he said? Like, any reads, anything he said?
I don't remember exactly what he said. I just know he was like he was stuttering a lot. Like he was
Why you read stuttering is town?
well,
I
you
second
not necessarily stuttering.
Can I
it was just kinda, like,
talk before I get into the goddamn it, Gurdluck?
Well, this is your
Well,
opportunity.
okay, so here's the thing. I wanted to formal before the 4-minute timer ran out so you could speak. You haven't been trying to solve the game. You gave me a few town reads and no Mafia reads.
All right,
I think you're Mafia.
All right, no problem. I'm just gonna go out and give my reads. I really liked Waffle and Grant. I liked Waffle because he absolutely agreed with me with what he said on Grant. Grant's really been kind of traffic copping, trying to keep this moving along, and it's been really towny to me. It seems like he's really relaxed, just playing his game. It's really nice. I liked it. Pazzi hasn't really said anything to convince me he's town today. I didn't vote on him, and I liked him then, but he hasn't really participated as much. He kind of fell off. Demon, I was reading, like, I came out day 1, and I was reading him town, but now I'm getting kind of a weird vibe from him. Yeah, Kermit, what's up?
No, you can
going,
talk.
Okay. But
The question after.
But like, I never know how to read Kermit. He's always really lurky, and although he's asked questions, and it's kind of made me feel he's town, but not really. LT, I don't know how to feel about. He might be Mafia, probably is. He hasn't really done much.
What do you think of his reads, like, that he spoke today about you and everyone on day 1?
I didn't know how to feel about his reads. Like, they were a little bit weird, like the meta read on me from one of the first games I played in Mafia, probably not that solid. He called me town for it, but I mean, I'm not gonna give
big read, like it was
a Mafia pass,
like...
or I'm not gonna give him a town pass.
Give him a Mafia
pass.
Lisk, what do you think about Panda? What do you think his alignment was after the vote?
I think Panda was town. Like, if everybody votes, like, there's no way that it's not a miss lynch. That's
you don't think Mafia partners like just forcefully voted on him because he was getting buried?
I would have if I was Mafia.
I pointed that out earlier too. It could be a possibility, but
I think everybody voted on him.
Everyone except for me.
Yeah, except for
What-
the person.
I'm
Nobody
not
else
too sure how to
hard-aligned
feel about it, honestly.
so
But
maybe
anyways,
I'll
it's my
swap those.
formal. I'm gonna keep talking.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, what's up, Storm?
What do you read me for based on
Yeah.
that Panda vote?
I really think you're town this game. You're like, you've been one of the few people who've been kind of getting up in there, getting aggressive, trying to figure out the game. It really seems like that's what you're doing. I like you for it. It's a little bit aggressive, but it seems towny to me.
Willow and Pazai.
Or if we don't lynch you, who would
Pazai.
you lynch?
If you don't lynch who would I lynch? I would be okay with lynching Kermit, LT, Demon. Yeah, that's about it.
I like
give a read on Willow
none of those.
I like, yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like, I like none of those choices.
Really?
I would have been happy
That's fine.
with the way you're
Hello.
Think about Grant saying that
Ask
only
a question.
EJ could be making
I
formals.
call on Pazai.
Liska, imagine for a second, you know I'm 100% confirmed time. You have a green check on me or something. What does that tell you about the 2 votes on me yesterday?
I don't think it's really. I think it's more likely that Town voted than Mafia, because Mafia doesn't want to get caught in those weird votes, because that's probably where they get figured out.
What everyone has said, that was not a 2-vote formal.
I kind of
Don't
disagree
you
with
think
that.
that the Mafia would think, oh, he's getting more votes, so we might
or they thought you were super town and just didn't want to. Like,
Didn't
or
vote,
you were their
exactly.
partner and didn't want to vote. Oh.
It's weird that you want to do that. Formal's up basically. But never mind.
Yeah. So. This formal is ended. Do you wish to push to vote or rescind?
EJ.
Push to vote.
Oh, God. Don't do this. You guys are actually retarded if you lynch me here. I've given you talk and I've helped you figure out the game. Do not vote if you're down here. Don't be stupid.
Alright, if you would like to vote on Lisk, please vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is not enough. Lisk, you are immune. You have 2 minutes to make your guaranteed formal.
EJ.
That was such a huge emotional change. What the fuck?
EJ, I want to know who.
Yeah, it was such
who you
bullshit.
Yeah,
like.
Sorry, who was my next one? I would say.
Like Waffles
EJ, I
brings
want.
up
You said you were.
Yo, EJ, I think you kind of know
Yo.
who you need to shoot tonight.
Do I?
No,
Yeah.
you
I don't
actually
know
don't
anything.
need to shoot me.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody who
That was
can't
a
be
very
killed right now.
Like, who do you plan on shooting? If you're shooting tonight.
I'm confused about why Willow voted on Lisk because I have them as my top 2 scum, and that was a split vote, so I'm really fucking confused now.
You should be.
They were bustling.
Like, for what it's worth, EJ, I'm actually liking Willow this game. I just think he's nervous as hell.
He's new.
Yeah,
I don't know how to read him yet.
I don't read it as scummy. I just read it as just really nervous and not sure how to.
I really want to go on corn right now.
God.
Corn?
I
So,
don't.
the votes on me were
I
Willow,
really think it should go on pause.
Gardluck,
EJ,
Eric,
what do you
Fine
think?
too.
right?
Me, Willowkin.
Pause. I did not.
I formal Eric.
Do not.
Don't
No,
second it.
I formal Willow. I want to hear you talk.
No, don't. I don't agree with that. Make a different formal.
Second, okay.
Oh Jesus! What the fuck, Kermit?
I'd rather
No,
formal.
it's okay.
Formal on
There's a
Willow,
formal on
accusation, please.
I don't think you've been trying to solve the game this game. You've been nervous as hell. You gave some very weak reads. I'd like to hear what you think about the game.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's my first game. I'm a little bit nervous, but
Oh, it's your first game? I didn't realize that.
that doesn't matter. Yeah, I've been having a hard time figuring out people. Like, yeah, my reads have been pretty weak. Only my town reads have been strong, and it's the same as everyone else. Gerlach.
So
Yeah, Gerlach, Grant. I'm actually starting to reconsider because like Kermit brought up the vote logic on Eric, and I think Steven and Grant don't like Eric that much either, and they're my top town. So
I thought Grant really likes me.
I like Eric.
Do you only have the 2 town reads, or do you have any scum at all? Like even a little bit?
Correct. I do not like Eric.
Yeah, Corin was one of my scum.
Can you go into why you think corn is scum?
Yeah, it's just like, I know it sounds stupid because I've been quiet too, but he's been quiet. And also, I thought the one thing he said to Splunky, he might have been trying to pocket him, but I'm not even sure about that considering they killed him in the night. You were my only other person leading Mafia. I think Demon's neutral now. I can't think of that.
Think about him just shutting down.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, I thought Demon started out towny today, and then like he just fell off to me. I don't know.
Do you think we missed on Lisk?
Yeah, I thought Lisk was Mafia.
Why did you not like
Why
about
do
it?
you?
I'm going to slap you in the mouth, EJ.
Mafia? Jesus Christ.
Willow, who do you think the Mafia are? If you had to name like 2 Mafia, who do you think they are?
Lisk and Corin.
Can you explain your votes this game?
Yeah, I did not vote on Eric because at the time I thought he was town, like just his general mood in the middle of the game, and he had pretty, let's say like kind of towny formal. I voted on Panda because it was just pretty weak formal.
Formal suck.
Yeah,
I didn't realize this was his first game. If I knew
That's
that,
kind of
then-
why I tried to push you to it.
Yeah, that's why I want to
It's
slap.
also harder when you don't have like a.
It's too bad this is our
counter roll
guarantee.
behind
I think he's pretty town.
Power roll.
Yeah, he's been playing really well for a first game. I thought.
Why are you talking about that? Like, why bring that part up? Not
which part?
EJ, the other person who just spoke up.
Oh, is it me?
Me or Storm?
Yes, you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
my bad.
you don't mention that stuff. Like
I really don't care what you want to think about me. I think he's down. I'm gonna say it again.
I wasn't talking to you, Storm. I was talking to Eric.
Oh.
Like,
I want a formal Jacob or Posse.
Brought up power
If we get another one.
Oh, what the hell? I didn't even hear.
that we should.
I said he didn't have
Well,
a power
don't rescind this formal though. I mean, I just
And
pre-voted.
you don't talk about that crap. Like, honestly.
Yeah, ignore PRs. If you think someone's a PR, just
Like,
don't.
if
even.
you're focused on PRs, you're Mafia.
Okay.
So just
stop. Just in case some shit goes down, give us a little bit of a legacy. What's your who was your number one lynch?
Stupid.
Fuck you.
Right now, my number one lynch is Lisk, then Corin, and then.
What did you not like about Lisk's formal Oleg's play? Like, why do you think she's Mafia?
I don't know. It's just like she gave a couple reads that I can't explain it, honestly.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, so when I say I can't explain a read, everybody jumps in.
All right, time in the formal is up.
I know it's his first game, but god damn.
Time in the formal is up. Push rescind. Push. Willow, 10 seconds. Please unmute.
Yeah, I'm down this game. I know I've been sucking balls. Sorry.
All right, if you would like to vote on Willow, please vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 is not enough. You will have 2 minutes to make RNG1.
EJ, I'm gonna slap you in the mouth if you try and formal someone.
If you formal someone shitty, I'm gonna snap. I'm gonna be honest.
That's why, like, it's gonna go into pause. I don't care what EJ thinks.
I'm okay with pause.
I want to hear from Jacob.
I think we should really
I said
Eric.
I wanted a formal Posse. What do you?
Yeah, but you went on Willow when I told you not to.
Yeah.
Jacob, I want to hear from you before.
Why do you care about him? He's talked like a lot today.
Shush.
I'm just gonna do this now. I really want to lynch a Mafia today. I'm the cop. I have a red check on Storm.
Thank you.
Are you shitting me right now?
this parody copy?
Why are you bringing this up in RNG?
I formal Storm.
This is bullshit.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god.
Storm, accusation, please.
Holy crap.
Cop has a red check on you. Go to hell.
My accusation is no cop has a red check on me in RNG 1. That's literally like a shit tier claim time. You claim earlier today, if you're a real cop, you don't claim an RNG 1 just to push a mislynch. This is complete and utter bullshit. Like, what the fuck?
Jacob.
I'm not gonna start yelling like. Alright, Demon, I believe you for that. I'm actually the medic here. Like, it's complete and utter bullshit.
Storm.
No.
No, don't even.
You know.
Don't.
Trying to
just
out.
stop.
He's trying to out.
No, he's trying
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I know who the medic is. So
Oh shit.
it's Demon. I pushed a vote.
Oh fuck.
All right, I pushed a vote.
He got me.
Alright,
no
if you
way
would like to
Jacob
vote on Storm, please vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. Storm, you are dead. Go to sleep. Send me your night actions. Alright, that is everyone. Jacob, you die, and the day begins.
Did Jacob say who he checked night zero?
Check? I don't think.
Yeah.
No.
So here's what I want to say. Why the heck did we push that? Like
I agree.
I wanted to ask.
Yeah. We
Good
never
luck.
wrote it's not 0-1. Not
Why did
0.
I push
Wait,
it?
wait.
Yeah.
EJ,
Good
what
luck.
happened? I thought I was getting shot tonight.
Yeah, well,
Okay, so
things
I think we
change.
should
Okay,
look
can I?
into, like,
Can I
some
just?
grades and like who we voted on?
He actually has the
Gurgluck.
exact same voting
Yo.
pattern, except for one, as Gurgluck, who pushed the vote.
Yeah. So.
That's
How's it
I'll
going?
be honest.
Like
me,
Grant,
I think-
Honestly, it is, but I think it's really strange that
hold,
everybody's
like
reading
Demon, hold on a sec. I have to confront you, Grant. Like Grant, if you think I give a shit about his voting pattern compared to mine, you're
Okay.
mistaken. Like,
well.
here's,
Here's
it
the
does not
biggest
matter.
problem I have is you're an experienced player, and you know that pushing the vote when the cop hasn't given his other check. What do you think is going to happen in the night? Like we're just we just don't have that information anymore.
We hope we hit on Panda. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but there's no
risk it on the gamble.
There's
There
no
could still
downside
be
to
free Mafia.
sitting there talking
I
it
don't
out.
think
Because
Panda was
pushing
a
the
hit.
vote is a very pro.
Like I said the same thing, Lisk. So that's
I read them.
But like no, but there could be still be like either way. Jacob gets double stacked if there are 3 Mafia around. If there's 2, then either way.
Yes, that's guaranteed. Yes, you're correct.
So
I don't know,
should
like, it's
the
kind of-
medic out
Yeah,
if
should
they
the medic
save
out?
Jacob?
The medic.
No.
No, that's a terrible idea.
No, because that just guarantees that there's 3. Like we don't need to live in that world. Like
It's I don't know. I think
if
probably
we're missing the medic, that's okay. Well, it's not okay. But if we're missing the medic, that's okay. That just means either they had to double stack, so we've visibly reduced KP for 1 day at least, or we've hit twice and we've already reduced KP as it is. So either way, like the medic just needs to chill.
Yeah, medic just needs to chill, get some.
So the reason I didn't shoot you, Lisk, was because basically Storm voted on you. That in a very close split vote.
That's what
I thought that's sort
But
of
I was
clear.
saying in the vote and me, there are probably at least 1 more Mafia in there.
That's what I think too.
Maybe 2.
I
if
think
we're
the same
lucky.
about my vote.
Yeah, that's why I think Lisk is down now, because I think I remember Storm pushing on her a little bit. And
So Demon, what do you think about Storm calling you medic?
Demon,
I have no comment.
We don't need to go into the medic thing. Like just ignore it. Just get some read.
Don't even bring it up. Like
also,
that was just a last effort.
For all we know, it's Y-phone.
Are you gonna push on Kermit today? Or are you just gonna sit
Sure,
there?
like.
Are you just gonna sit there again?
I'm just curious when we're gonna kill Eric. That's all I want to know.
Why?
Because you did nothing yesterday.
What was the vote on Eric? Apart from
you know who the one person who kept on bringing up Stormslide was? Can you guess? Starts with an E.
Yeah, I just said
EJ.
that 10 seconds
What?
ago.
EJ.
I didn't talk about Storm at all.
Okay, yeah, that was the joke.
EJ.
Exactly, dude. I was pushing so hard from nobody else was like,
That is true. Who town read Storm yesterday? I remember someone.
Oh, that was
I
so
town read Storm.
No, like.
Well, that's
Like,
awkward.
I had like this gut feeling
That is
because
really
he was
awkward.
like sitting
He's
there
improved
making
his play
these
enough that
people
he's
small.
not automatically scummier.
He was also pushing on me, so.
All right, who voted on Lisk yesterday? Can you guys read it?
LT, EJ, Jacob,
and I do it
Will,
again right now.
Gurgluck, Eric, and Storm.
Exactly
And
what
out of
Eric
that vote, EJ, Vigi, Storm's dead. Probably Mafia.
Gurgluck,
We'll have to vote on him. Never
Like,
went through.
Probably Mafia.
Let me explain it to you, Lisk. The quote unquote cop came out with a red check on him and he gave up. He's like, yeah, I'm not. I put like.
And the cop died.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So
And the cop died.
he was
Why
mine.
did you
There's
push
no,
so early?
there's no maybe.
I'm not disputing the claim. I'm just saying in the votes on me, if there is one Mafia, it's between LT, Gurgluck, and Eric.
And it would be
It's no big deal. Lisk. I think there's
And
one
Storm-
more in the votes on me as well. So
And Storm voted on
if we
Eric.
cross-reference, we might find him.
because
Pause, I would like to hear your reads.
and pushing on Storm. Guess what? People bus. I do it all the time.
You found
push on
you've
weaker members or
you've
members.
fallen a bit off since day one, Kermit. I liked you better then. I like Grant. I dislike Gurgluck now. Hence
Oh,
my
is it 'cause
question.
I've been pushing on you,
Hence my
Pablo?
questions regarding in Lisk during Lisk's formal yesterday. Since I know I'm town, I knew there was at least one Mafia in there. I really doubt that I'd only get 2 votes and both of them were town. So Gurgluck is definitely someone
So
I
all
want
the
to look
Mafia
into.
voted on. Like 2 Mafia voted on you. is what you're saying.
I think both of you expected, and you have also said repeatedly that was not a 2-vote formal. I think both.
Yes,
of you
more
expected
people
there
should
to
have
be-
voted on you. The fact that they didn't is ridiculous.
I think you expected there
as
to be
a
more votes,
townie-
so both of you raised your hands and spoke to.
Well, he
Miss
wants
Lynch.
to lynch town. He wants to lynch his weak partner. You were
There
not
was one
portraying
more person
Frank.
who town read Storm yesterday, and I can't fucking.
So let me put it this way, Pause. You did not
I remember
project
who did
enough
it.
town for me to let you live. Plain and simple. Like your formal was weak. I don't care. I don't know what other people were thinking. Like I voted to kill you there. I am town. Whether you are town or Mafia,
Did you vote
you,
on
you did
Lisk?
not portray enough town.
He did.
That's simple.
So,
Gurgluck either formal
Kermit,
or
can you give me?
seconded
I either formaled or
first
seconded
days except for
everybody.
Willow.
Day one.
Sure, Demon.
Actually,
Can you
everybody
give me
this
your
game.
reads?
So yeah, boom. I've been involved in
Panda
everything.
was
Yeah, you have been involved in like every.
I have. I've either formal or
Give me a
seconded
few
after I tried to
minutes to give my reads at least.
So who's the Mafia left, Gerg?
I'm pushing my reads. Like I don't, do what
Kermit,
you
do
guys
you feel better
Yeah,
about me
let
at all?
Kermit talk. He wants to give his reads.
Okay.
I feel a little bit better about you, Eric, but I still think the first vote was pretty weird.
That's okay, we're getting there.
I think Pawseye is really towny. I think it's okay that he thinks I have fallen off a little bit. I really did fall off. The votings threw me a little bit off. I really don't like Gurglock anymore. I think. Yeah, sorry, Gurg. But it's Lisk. I thought the voting on her was also weird. I think we should still kill her at least in 1 or 2 days. LT, I would like to hear more from him. He's fallen a little bit off, but I think he's leaning down.
Kermit, I actually have a question for you.
If someone has a screenshot of
So
the
Stormslides confirmed Mafia, and Gurgluck was the person that you wanted to kill. They both voted on Lisk. Why do you think Lisk is scummy?
Wait, let me check the votes. I just looked at them and
he's checking the votes. If someone has a screenshot of the list votes, I'm curious
I'll name
of
the votes.
Stormslide's.
He's being really active.
No, I have the vote. It's fine.
Oh, his face. That's what you're looking for?
Yes, I want to know what his facial, like, oh my god, she actually lived, or wow, how did we not push this over? Like,
I was surprised about how that was 100%.
yeah, like I expected more votes.
Actually, yeah, I don't know.
Who are you guys talking about?
I'd be fine. I think we're at this town.
Why have you flopped on me now? Like, you didn't vote in my thing, so.
Who?
Yo,
Kermit.
Lisk is top friend and top 10.
I wasn't. I really liked how you came out in your last 10 seconds, and
it was a polar opposite to the rest of the performance. The rest of the performance was like, no, no.
exactly. That's what was a little bit weird.
I think
Kill
Lisk
me,
is
guys.
scummy. Yeah, I think we should probably talk about people.
It's like a final destination.
I don't know. Like, I don't think.
Also, Waffles, I think he normally talks more or gives more input, not only when we ask him out. So I think we should at least look at him. All he said was pretty towny, though. But I think he should talk a little bit more.
Like, okay,
Demon, I really don't like Demon. Obviously, he's pushing on me. I don't like that at all. I thought Storm mentioning him was
I'm
weird.
gonna get a read on you, but it's not gonna happen anymore the way I wanted to.
What?
Maybe
You're not gonna get a
I'll
read
talk
on
now.
someone from calling them hard mouth.
I'll talk now.
Yeah, that's not pushing. That's just.
I
like,
honestly, I don't know. Like, Storm voted on Lisk, correct?
Yeah.
And Storm is confirmed Mafia.
Oh, he's right. Mafia can't vote on Mafia.
Yeah, they
I
like.
know,
I don't know. I don't like.
It was
Lisk
a
might be
close
Mafia,
vote.
but I don't think
Formal was bad, and she should have.
Waffle, if you're Mafia,
And
you
she
would have
still only got.
PJ, what do you think about Gurgluck?
I really don't like him.
I'm gonna smack you in the mouth, EJ. That's all I have to say.
I just want to say
Let me just talk. So let me talk for now. I don't know. I still like Lisk's formal. I haven't really played with her at all, so I don't have a good read on her. But the way she came out was okay. Like, I don't know. I didn't feel confident lynching her yet, and I think Storm like voting on her is. At least for today, we should look at someone else. That's what I think.
Formal was terrible.
I disagree. Anyways, for the rest of my reads, I still like Grant. Grant has been like leading town. He has been like trying to figure out the game. He has
LT,
been-
it's called deflection.
Hold on. I like Grant. Hold on. Let me. I still like Kermit. I think the way he's been going around and figuring stuff out is very town. I like Corny. He has been he moved to my town circle because I just like his confidence.
is he
Honestly,
strong town
every
or
time he spoke, he felt very confident. He didn't feel like he was under any pressure. Like when
Is he strong or weak town?
weak town, but that's like I'm not sure why people are pushing on Gurgluck. I still like him. I just really like how he's been playing the game. He doesn't play this way when he's Mafia. When he's Mafia, he like okay, here's what he does. He like stands in like a dark room and he just like waits until people talk to him, and then they're like, and then he like goes on for 2 minutes about every person in the game, and then he just shuts down. That's how he plays Mafia. I'm not sure why people are pushing Gurgluck. I like Gurgluck. I like Corny. They're my weaker towns because Gurgluck might change his game, but I'm not sure about Demon. Demon hasn't been doing anything yesterday, and I would kill my top Mafia would probably still be Eric. I'm still not sure why we're not killing Eric, because looking at the formals day one, his formal wasn't that much better to only guarantee like 5 votes compared to Panda.
What do you think about Willikin? What do you think about Willikin?
I don't know about Willikin. I think he's just nervous town. That's my honest opinion, but I don't know.
Do you think that his formal deserved only 2 votes?
I think people were scared. I think people were scared to vote because a lot of confirmed town like EJ and Gurgluck was top town day one, said not to vote. Like
Wait, pause I had only 2
decided
votes.
Willikin were very town, so Mafia was just
Not
scared.
Willokin.
That's what I think.
You said Lisk is
What,
top
so-
down?
what did you say? Sorry,
No.
Kermit.
He's obviously
On your vote, only 2 people voted.
And
Willokin,
for what it's worth,
that's
those
not
two
bad.
votes
I
were
just
troll
wanted to
votes.
point it out to Grant.
What'd you say, Gurgluck?
The 2 votes on Willow were kind of troll votes.
Mine wasn't troll.
Well, you're a troll, so yeah, it's a troll vote.
Wow.
But no, but
Mine
seriously,
also wasn't troll.
well,
I think
Kermit,
Kermit's town. I know I'm town. Like I just think
like Grant, I would like you to explain what in Willow's formal led you to believe that he was Mafia.
it wasn't okay. So here's the way that I voted as town. It wasn't that I was 100% dead sure that he was Mafia. It was that I wasn't 100% dead sure he was town. And if someone can't convince me that they're town in their formal, they're gonna get my vote.
Especially in the guaranteed. That's what you said that the other day as well.
I'm just
I like Grant.
Also, I'm gonna say that I think there is probably 3 right now. Like looking at how people like everyone voted on Panda, and then how what was this guy Storm Slide like kind of gave up. I think if there was like 3 left yesterday,
I think there's definitely 2.
Yeah, I feel that too.
like if there was like 3 yesterday, then maybe there would be like a counterclaim or something.
I'm really feeling Waffles Lisk. Waffles throughout Lisk and Corn. Corn being the town, Lisk being the Mafia.
What?
I think it's pretty simple.
I don't like it.
No.
Like at the beginning of the day, Waffles wasn't saying anything. Then I pinged him out, and his activity started to rise. Like
This is indicative of Waffles town play. Just so you're aware.
Well, I haven't really played.
He's
this
done as
much.
much.
Not enough.
Can you remind me who
Great
wants to die
Can
today?
read too.
Who you
I
want
like
to die?
Waffles.
Oh, I thought you were about to be like, who wants to die? Like, raise your hand.
Can you remind me who you want to die?
Who you want to die?
Yeah.
Eric, Pawseye, and if I throw out a third name, I still don't really like Lisk.
Gurgluck,
I'm,
what do you
I'm
think
town
about
rating all
LT?
this.
Well, yeah, you were Mafia reading Willokin, so no.
Yeah,
what was
that's
your
true.
question?
But I changed my mind.
What was
yeah,
your
I
question?
What do you think about LT?
I like LT this game.
Yeah, Gerg and I are like.
We've been
I don't
on
think
the
LT
same
has
page.
given,
One of the
like, he
things-
hasn't been
the-
super
the
outspoken, but I like his reads a lot.
I disagree with Gerg's read on Pawseye and Eric though, but I agree with the one.
Whatever.
Like,
Yeah, I think everybody should agree with Lisk.
So Gerg,
I
why
know.
do you read him down?
Because we've been on the same page for pretty much the entire game. Like, either he's like Mafia that is synced up with Town Mind, or 2 Town Minds have synced up. Either way, that works. That's great in my opinion.
So now that he said that he disagrees with 2 out of the 3
yeah,
things you just brought up, are you still reading him the same? Because you're clearly not on the same wavelength.
Okay, guys, we're at 5 minutes. I'm gonna make it formal. I formal Gurgluck.
Oh, who seconded?
Formal and Gerg, accusation, please.
Wow.
All right, Gurgluck, I'll give you the accusation. So you voted the exact same as the confirmed Mafia Storm in every single vote except for 1. You were the one that formal Storm and then pushed it to vote without us getting the cop checks. I think that is a very good play for an experienced player like yourself to do as Mafia partners with Stormslide.
That's fair.
You were universally town red day 1, and I don't know. That's my accusation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I said, I had the same voting pattern as him. Big fucking deal. Like, I can Mafia side, I can town side. Like, my reads aren't like god tier just because I've been playing longer than you guys. Like some days, like I have like all the Mafia in my reads, and then some days I have none of the Mafia in my reads.
You have all the
Some
Mafia in
days,
your
and
town
most of the time I'm about 50-50. So it's like whatever. Like if you're gonna try and blast me for that, then you're just like wrong, because nobody has a perfect voting record in every freaking game.
Can you give me your reasoning
Like,
on
I'm
why
still
you
gonna-
decided to push on Storm?
Because he pushed, and I'm like, fuck it, he's Mafia. What do I care?
You didn't care to wait for the.
So all your reads are wrong, and you don't care that every read is wrong. So why would you not lynch you?
Like, if you're
You on
gonna
my
just,
side finally?
if you're just gonna talk over me, I'm going to get loud and salty on you. So you need to shush.
You cannot blame Gerg for Jacob not outing his other check.
Yeah,
At all.
like he was asked multiple times, and he just sat there. So
When he did push,
like I don't
Storm did have
like
this
y'all are
smile.
gonna let me.
I don't know. I think most likely
Like,
it's just a deck check.
Yo,
Like
this
honestly, I
is
don't know
my
why people.
formal. I'm
Yeah, go
going
ahead.
to defend myself. Pause. Like he tried to counteract my logic on why I voted alongside Storm on him and being one of the only two people. And I think I explained it fairly well. That it was not a 2-vote formal. It wasn't a 0-vote formal. It was a 1-vote formal. There should have been at least 6 or 7 minimum. It should have been a split vote, just like lists. It was a stronger formal than lists. List should have gotten way more. The fact that she didn't is highly suspect. I am of the mindset that Storm was voting on his partner because he's like, oh shit, she's gonna die here. I need to buy some town cred right now. Like Eric, 6 votes is about right. I could have seen 1 or 2 more. Like he was towny, but not towny enough, or to not get those votes. And he slipped up a lot prior, like that whole soul read on Jacob. Like he never wanted to explain it, and then when pressured about it, he got salty and angry at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just
I
trying
wasn't
to get.
sure what I was supposed to do with OGI.
Well, you need to at least come up with at least a half-assed
Yeah,
reason.
okay, I'm
Like,
sorry.
You were just like, no, fuck you. I'm not gonna tell you anything. When you do shit like that, you're Mafia to me. Like, at least come up with something, please. Like, I explained why I like LT. Like, okay, so we disagreed about Eric and Pause. Big fucking deal. Like, for pretty much everything else, we've been on the same page this game. So I like the guy. Like, Kermit, I liked him early on day one. Just his reaction for getting pinged out and not actually being like, "Ah," and then day 2 he fell off really hard. Yeah, he even admitted that he had fell off. And then today he's coming on strong to me because people are trying to flip reads on me. Not so much like EJ doing it, but Grant and Pazai in particular are 2 people that are vocally trying to push on me at this point. So they're actually people I'd look at. I did say Grant had Mafia face on day 1, and then he was towny enough that I was willing to give him a day pass or 2. But now that he's trying to flip this onto me, I find that highly suspect, and he's someone I'm actually going to want to focus on a lot more. And,
What?
All right, time for the formal is up. Push a resend.
What? Only
I
3
started
minutes?
it late.
Because he wasn't. Yeah,
had a minute.
Started late.
Push a
okay.
resend.
Oh, I push.
10 seconds.
We can't.
I'm town here. Everyone's pushing on Corny. Corny's not defending himself. I'd look at him as well. Demon's probably town. He's just having some really donkey play this game, and Willikin's town, in my opinion.
All
He's
right,
just
if you
nervous.
would like to vote on Gurgluk, please vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is enough. Gurgluk, you are dead. Go to sleep. Send me your night actions.
Ooh.
All right, I do believe that is the correct number of people. During the night, Lisk, you die. Little Temp, you die. Kermit, you die. Day begins.
Okay, let's got shot. No.
Less PG.
She died because she was the medic.
Whoops.
Did you shoot Lisk?
I shot Little Temp. I thought that Gerg might have been a hit, and he was just hard defending him. It was really weird. I read him. You were both hard defending him. I read Waffles much more towny than Little Temp. I was reading Lisk as quite town, and Little Temp voted on Lisk
So
and
Gerg
Waffles.
was a mess.
100% then, yeah.
Yeah, Gerg was a miss. You're right.
Oh my god.
Storm is the only we killed.
Oh my god.
I like that Demon had the same read on Lisk that I did. That's why I kept trying to get people to stop talking about her, because I really thought she was the medic too.
I
If
didn't
you
kill
if you
her. I
missed
didn't vote for her.
we're in triple. Are we?
Oh, fuck.
Okay, well let's.
Oh my god.
I don't want to use this as like a thing, you know, like it could like it doesn't matter like 100%, but who didn't vote on what's his name, Glug?
Yeah, what were the
Glug?
votes on Dirk?
I didn't vote.
I didn't vote.
Oh, it's so weird Eric didn't vote too. What the fuck?
I didn't think he was
So-
Mafia this whole game.
If Gurglik was a miss, LT was probably a miss then too.
I think LT was.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's
I
not
feel like-
100%.
I don't know. I
but,
think, yeah.
I mean,
Maybe.
we really have to think a lot today.
Because okay, well here's the thing. So LT and Gurglek were the ones that formed Panda too. They were the formal and second.
This game's hard.
Yeah, I was sure.
Because I was
Storm
super
were
scum
alive.
reading Gurglek after we figured out that Storm was Mafia. And then Gurglek was involved in every single lynch by either formaling or seconding the person in day 1 and 2.
I guess it was just convenient.
Like that's so weird. Yeah,
I
that
don't know.
probably.
This game is like
Hold
like
on.
town is fucked.
Town's not fucked.
Who's alive that votes on
You
the
haven't
list?
won yet.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said
Who's
you haven't
alive?
won yet? Oh.
The people that are alive that vote on Lisk, Willow and Eric and EJ, and that's it.
Wait, they vote on who?
On Lisk.
Okay, well.
That was a split
I highly
vote as
doubt that
well.
Willow could have read her as medic.
I mean, Willow's confirmed town now, so like Mafia had to have voted.
How is he confirmed town?
Or no, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I was reading lists. I apologize. I was reading lists.
List? Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like
Okay, no. The Willow votes for just myself and Kermit.
I think based on my reads, I think the 3 are between Korn, Demon, Eric, and Willow.
oh,
Mafia.
Wait, Waffles isn't in there?
I actually
I'm not saying
want to hear
Waffles
from
is
Posy,
confirmed,
'cause
but
I've been on the same page as Posy so far this game. I want to hear what he has to say.
Me too.
I'm just cross-referencing the vote on Gurklok and Lisk, and there's really not much logic to get from that because the ones that didn't vote on Gurklok and voted on two of the people that voted on Lisk didn't vote on Gurklok.
Who voted on both?
And the third one is
Who
EJ.
voted on both? Because they're both down, pretty much. Yeah, they're both confirmed down. So who voted on both? Lisk and Gurglok.
Who voted on
There-
both?
There's no one that voted on both alive. At least not if what Grant gave me before was.
Demon, did you vote on Gurglok?
Yes, I did.
Oh fuck. I don't know. Here's my opinion. Like
Grant, did you vote on Lisk?
No. I thought she was the medic.
Oh yeah, you said that. Sorry.
oh my god. I still like.
Like
I
that's
don't know about
that's why yesterday when people were still talking about lists, I was like, no, we should talk about somebody else.
Like
I gave you like a power roll pass this whole game because you haven't done shit. You know, I thought you were maybe just trying not to die. But like, where the fuck are you at? Like, I'm not just gonna let you just win the game because you haven't said anything because it's your first game or whatever. So what do you think?
Who, me?
Yeah, what the fuck do you think?
I think that Demon is Mafia. I think that because he was trolling with Storm at the start of the game. He's been very adamant on Kermit, which is now confirmed town from the start.
Did you realize I rescinded my Mafia read on Kermit? I wanted to push on him to get information, but we couldn't get.
Yeah, you noticed that you didn't get much traction with it, so you could rescind from
Yeah,
that.
I need to get him.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Like here's what I think. It's really weird that
I found the interaction with between Demon and Storm also really weird during the whole game.
What's up, Willow?
Here's what I stand. Sorry, let me talk. Like I didn't talk. I didn't vote on Gurglok yesterday because I really strongly stated that Gurglok I thought was town. Like I played a lot of games with Gurglok and I don't like. There was nothing really Mafia about his play. Also, there were like so many people.
What do you mean? He voted the exact same as a confirmed Mafia.
Like I judge him not off his votes. I judge him off how he plays, and he played like the way he played on day 1 and day 2. It was like nothing like Gurglok Mafia does. Maybe he really improved his play. Maybe he's just trying to improve his play. But we know now that he is a mess because we have to keep shown.
Alright, so why is it weird that I didn't vote?
I don't know. I really think like Eric. I really didn't like that like your defense, and then that like 5 people voted, and then on day 2 you didn't do anything. Like you just sat there and you were just like, oh, I don't want to get formal, and then nobody like everyone just ignored you after the vote on day 1 and after your initial reads. I did not hear a word you said on day 2. Like I honestly don't.
My problem with Gurk was that as I town read Lisk and as I know I'm town myself. Gurglok was 100% wrong this game. Completely wrrong. On anything he's done.
Oh,
he wanted to kill Lisk and me yesterday.
I thought he town read this.
Waffles, didn't we go over though at least?
No, him and LT was.
No, you weren't. You weren't though.
I was pushing on Storm. I was the only one who kept on calling him
out. You didn't even like do anything. Like all you did was like say, oh, I don't like. I hope cop checks me. That's all you said. The entire
bullshit.
Guys,
Yes.
I kind of have some pertinent information. I was just looking back at the votes. Eric, I'm sorry, you're probably not going to like this, but look at the people who voted on Eric. We have Gurglok, Guaranteed Town, Spunky Town, Lisk Town, Panda Town, Templar Town.
Oh my god. It's like...
And did you just come up with that now, Grant, or did you come up with that during the night before you chose those kills?
No, I've just been going back and looking through the votes.
Did Storm not vote on him as well, right?
Yeah, Storm did vote. LT said not to vote. He was town shielding him.
Like, I'm not even sure. Like
I've been super town reading Eric all game.
LT's not confirmed town, by the way.
Who is it?
I don't know how town
LT isn't confirmed
yeah,
town.
LT's not. LT's not confirmed town.
So yeah, we're living in the world of 2 or 3 right now, and that depends on whether you
live in the world of 3. We need to hit today.
Yeah, I think that LT was probably town. Like the way that the game has been going, I don't know. I don't see him being Mafia. Like I don't know.
From what he said,
why do you seem like you don't care?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, Ponzi. What were your votes in
I don't think he seems like
this
he
game?
I voted on Gurglok. I voted on Panda. And I think that's it.
Okay.
And Storm, right?
Yeah, and Storm, of course, yeah.
And can you give me a read on Corrin, if you have one?
I don't like how Corn keeps fucking smiling. Town are just fighting each other right now.
I wouldn't. He's not my lynch today.
Okay.
I personally, I feel like Demon is the safest lynch today.
Is that because I'm
Why do
calling
you think
Mafia
so?
now? Is it guess?
Because he, have you read me at all, Demon? I don't think you have, so it can't really guess. It's because out of the people that voted
I did
on
read you like
Gurglok.
a minute ago. If you didn't hear me, if you were.
Oh, I did not. Sorry. Out of the people alive that voted, I have to choose someone that needs. There needs to be a Mafia, at least one Mafia in there somewhere, and
So why-
Demon is just my safest out of those.
Why am I the safest lynch?
Because it's between you,
Why
Grant,
can't Corna be
and EJ.
Why isn't Corn the safest lynch? What has he done that's helped town?
He didn't vote on Gurk yesterday.
Is he not safe because he's your partner?
Corna
I did vote. I did vote. Sorry.
Did you vote? Oh,
I did vote. Yes.
That doesn't
Oh.
help. You probably.
I thought Eric asked you didn't vote earlier in this day, and then you.
Sorry,
had
I thought that the question was who voted, so I raised.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm sorry about that. I didn't.
That does make him a potential lynch for today. I think he did vote.
That does make my partner a potential lynch.
EJ, what are you thinking?
I didn't vote on Lisk though when I could hammer it though.
My favorite vote today, I think, is Corn. I'm so confused. Grant, if you're
It's
Mafia
pretty
here,
wrong.
I know this
I
reason's
know,
so
I
wrong in
know,
the game,
I
but
know, I
why?
don't know.
Why is it amusing? Nothing's funny right now, Corn. Nothing is funny.
Well, you can still enjoy yourself,
It's-
even
Yeah,
even
it's
though
pretty,
it's
it's
when we're
pretty funny if
fighting
you're
at each
Mafia.
other.
I got to day 4, so I'm happy about that. But
Fuck,
I want to
hate-
win as well.
That's what I did when I was new. I
I
did all
really
that shit.
feel that we need to kill Demon though. I think that he is strongly aligned with Storm. Storm called him town all game. He calls him medic at the end of his formal, as far as the last thing he says. I mean,
yeah,
he's
but
the most Mafia.
Want me to explain
everywhere.
why he called me
He has
medic?
not done
that could
anything
also
except for
be
his
because
tunnel
then
I
permit.
fake
die in the
softed
night
to
you
him
look
that
at
I was
him.
the medic to take a roll bullet.
Well, I can see that. Sorry, I wasn't a soft.
Well, I don't know if any of you were there
And
for
he's
the one game that I
he's
played.
Mafia. So if you soft medic to him, why didn't he kill you night 1?
Can Mafia talk day 0 in this setup?
No.
What?
They can never talk.
Night 0.
They can never talk. They can only say kill.
Chat. So they probably didn't believe that I was a medic.
I don't think we're getting anywhere right now.
I'm starting to worry about Eric now pushing on me because I know I'm town, right?
I just see you fucking smiling over there. I'm sorry. I know it's a
So-
bad read or whatever, but you're just like, I'm just like, this guy fucking is just seeing us
Uh,
playing with each other.
I'm nervous as fuck, man. It's
Probably
sliding
like
my way.
Pause and someone else.
Sorry.
Willow and Corny.
I think
have
we should. I
done
think we need to
nothing
just
okay
let
in the
EJ decide who to formal today and just go with that. I know it's a lot of like if EJ, if you don't want to do it, like you can pick your top town and just have them do it. But I like you're the guaranteed town here, so we need.
No, EJ should absolutely make the formal. It's like
I know there's a lot. It's a lot of pressure on him. So we can talk about it
because that's the only way
Willow
we
and
know it,
Willow and
so-
Corny have done nothing all game to me. That's who I'm reading
And
as
Damon,
Mafia.
then.
I mean,
There's-
going
He's
back to
not
the
done anything.
going back to the Willow vote, like I
If you
think
say that you did something to Kermit, then I've done just as much to you. Because
I'm just gonna give my 2 cents on it, and then you guys can decide what you want to do. Like going back to the Willow vote, Kermit was town, and I know I'm town, so only 2 town voted on Willow. And I do think Waffles is probably right that a lot of people were scared to vote on him because it is his first time, and I think he's doing well for his first time. But I'm also scared that since it is his first time, no one has a baseline on what his town's.
Yeah, that's what I fucking hate.
I formal Willow.
All right, I second Willow.
Second.
Accusation, please.
Willow, you haven't really done anything. I'd like to hear you try and solve the game. Give me your thoughts. Like, what's our path to victory, as Grant might say. Who do we kill from here?
Let's see. I know I haven't gotten too much. The thing I'm on now, I think the Mafia possibly could be Posey and Corin. That's why I try to get Posey to read Corin.
I love that.
And he was a little bit hesitant to scummer him until someone brought up that Corin voted on Gary Black. I don't have a third, really.
Did you vote on Gurgluck?
No.
Oh my god! I think we should live in if Gurgluck is town and it was how many people voted on Gurgluck? A lot.
Seven out of 13.
7 out of 13. I don't know. I think we should look into people who
7 out of 12.
who voted on a confirmed town now.
I think we should look into.
I agree with that, EJ. I think you should rescind and then.
No, it's fine. Just talk. Just talk. Sorry, just talk.
Yeah. We can get one in before end of day.
Be careful with the snap, though.
Just talk, Willikin.
Okay, yeah, I'll continue talking.
He also voted on Lisk.
Yeah, I thought she was a little bit scummy, and obviously I'm wrong. My top town is still Grant. If he's Mafia, there's not. If he's Mafia, it doesn't really matter. I don't think anybody's going to vote on. Anyway, Waffle, I do think Waffle's town, he keeps asking poignant questions. EJ's Vigi. And I still do think Eric is town. I thought he was town because I thought I remember Storm voting on Eric. And I don't think Storm would bust.
That we try to bust each other that hard the whole game.
Well, yeah, and that because it was going to be a close vote, I think. And I think people knew that.
So if there's 3 alive, your 3 would be Posse, Corny, and Demon.
Yeah, I guess my prowess is elimination. I actually have an old read on Demon, but yeah. PoE Demon. Anything else?
Demon pushing each other.
Yeah, I think we just have to put our eggs in one basket here. I mean, like if there's 3 alive right now and we rescind and we lose.
Like it's unfortunate. I think it just I can't find a world of 3 that doesn't have Willow in it, because like Willow's kind of just been that lurky person in the background, and I can't get over the fact that he only got 2 votes in his formal.
What about Posy? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Why did you just totally? It's the same exact person, Grant.
Well,
I know,
from
but
Grant's point of view, there's one Mafia in my votes, and they
yeah, and I know I'm town, and I know Kermit is town.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, despite what everyone thinks of me that is town, I think Willikin is town, and I think Grant's trying to get EJ and the rest of the town to push a missile and shot him.
I could be totally wrong on Grant.
No offense, is probably.
We have another formal.
I'm kind of scared of Grant right now.
I am as well, because he has been leading town yesterday.
I want to Posy. I don't know about what other people want.
I'm scared, but I'm willing to be right.
And I did say originally that I believe strongly that there's one between Gurglock and Grant.
I don't like how many people are trying to push this off Willow. I don't think he's portrayed that much town in the game.
I think we're just scared. This is possibly the game. I'm not. I don't think.
We have to lynch somebody.
I still think it's safer to lynch inside of it.
You need to not lynch me, otherwise
I'm like,
lose the game.
Okay.
I'm like riding or dying with this 3-9 Grant that he's probably Mafia.
Time in the formal's over. Push rescind. 10 seconds.
I'm down. You need to not vote. Otherwise, if there's 3, which probably is 3, we lose the game.
Alright, if you would like to vote, please vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 is not enough. You have 2 minutes to make your guaranteed formal.
Oh, okay. I want Mafia to try to hammer there. I thought more people were gonna vote.
Oh my god, what is that? What was that?
How did no one vote that?
Yeah, I thought people.
I was so afraid. I don't
really?
want to vote for Willow.
How come you like had a sudden change of heart?
Oh
Nobody else is gonna vote. I think
That was
Mafia
so-
basically just spewed Willow to be town. That's my personal opinion.
He could be one of the 3.
Like during this formal, like all of a sudden everybody just started being like, "Nah, Willow's town."
But wouldn't Mafia try to bury him instead?
I don't experience. I get mislynched a lot in this game, and he's
I
like
think
a really
Mafia
new
just
player.
defended him.
He doesn't know how to defend himself that great, and you're pretty. I would say you're pretty.
You think his Mafia partners defended him?
How likely do you think that Grant and Posy is, Dean?
And I would also have to think that a more skilled player would have had to figure that Lisk was the medic, so it has to be between me, Waffles, Pazai, and Grant. Seeing EJ is confirmed.
I don't know. We have to make a formal.
Demon, in your world where I'm Mafia and I had that read on Lisk, I would have just hammered her. I could have been the last vote to hammer Lisk.
We should.
Me too, by the way.
You could have. That's like illogical because it could have been too late when you.
What?
I kind of want to formal
saying Mafia
corny
don't
with
hammer?
Demon.
What?
You're saying Mafia wouldn't hammer Lisk?
There's Wi-Fi. There's a bunch of things you could do if you're Mafia. You could just
I-
sound crowd if
Formal.
you ever get
20 seconds, EA.
I formal Demon.
I second Demon.
Formal on Posy. Accusation, please.
Wow.
This is so bad.
So
Who formaled and who seconded that?
Eric and
Willow.
Posy. Wait, okay. Grant's back. I think you're super fucking Mafia. Like the whole game. I remember playing a game of Mafia with you, and it was just one game. But this is like pretty much the exact same thing you did. You just sat back. You had your normal calm demeanor, and you just didn't. You just let the town go at it until you felt it was necessary to step in. Are you shaking your head? Is that not what he does? Because that's exactly what he did.
No, I'm not happy about this formal.
I think it's Demon, Eric, and Willow.
I think you.
Oh my
somewhat,
god!
I think you're somewhat correct in that assumption. My town and my mafia playstyle looks a
Why
lot.
didn't Vigi do the formal? Why did
I
Eric?
don't
They
know.
fucking took it off me. I
I
formal
didn't
Damon.
take it off you. I didn't see a
I
fucking.
formal Damon.
I did it. Who did it first? I did.
No. He
What?
did.
I did it first.
EJ did it first.
I did.
EJ did it
You
first.
Second.
You're like 100% Mafia now in my eyes.
My formal came in second.
Well,
yeah.
Regardless, just
generally
give it-
my type of play evolves through the game because I'm a bit shy and a bit nervous and a bit awkward, so I don't speak a lot when there's many people in the game. And as there gets fewer and fewer, I talk more, which you should have noticed the last few days. I had a formal day one. I had a mafia voting on me. From my perspective, Gert was 100% wrong on all his reads because I read Lisk's Town, which was one of the reads I gave day one as well. So I was all up for seconding him when Grant formaled him yesterday, and also before the formal mentioned, I also to Lisk, where I said, Lisk, I think there's a mafia in my formal as well, in my vote as well. So if we can cross-reference, I'm sure we can find him. That was my reason for voting on Gertluck. He was 100% wrong, and I thought he'd do better as town. Sadly, it shows he didn't. He's now confirmed town, so there's that. Out of the surviving, I'm with Waffles, and that's about where it stops. I think Grant could very well have done the oh, look who voted on Eric day one. It's only confirmed town, and then killed Lisk during the night to have that argument. Demon and Corner, I have both been a bit iffy on the entire game, and they both voted on Gertlich. That's why I wanted EJ to rescind of Willikin and form one of those two, preferably. It might also have been myself when I asked him to rescind, because I think it's safer to Linz inside the votes.
Makes you feel any better, Pussy? I think you're 100% down. I won't vote.
Well,
what about the Lisk vote? People voted on Lisk as well. Willow voted on Lisk.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know. This is our last guarantee.
And his snap second on me shows me that I should have probably have voted
Snap?
2 times. His snap second.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I tried to follow EJ.
Yeah, I feel bad about. Yeah, that's scary.
I voted Panda. I didn't think he had a very good formal. Sadly, he's also confirmed town now. So 2 of my votes have been on confirmed town. And the one on Gertlich was the one that sent it over. If I hadn't voted, it had been a total split. So I can't say I have the vote logic going for me. At the moment, I think.
Leave us a legacy. Leave us a
don't
legacy.
Think,
your top town going forward and your top.
From my perspective, I don't think LT was a hit. So there's no legacy for me to leave because if I die, the game ends.
Just do it anyway.
But I'd look into Demon and Corne, and then Willikin is most likely Mafia now with the snap second.
And Eric formaling you?
Alright, time of the formal is up. Push or rescind.
Is he town? He's like the real
Stop
Mafia.
talking, thank you. Eric, push or rescind.
Your push.
Pause, 10 seconds.
I think that Willikin had the choice between seconding Eric and seconding EJ. I think his choice by seconding Eric shows what he is. Eric might just be a bit donkey.
If you would like to vote on Pause, please vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. 3 is not enough. You have 2 minutes to make RNG 1.
You had to vote there. Like it could be a
Game could end. Yeah.
Yeah, game could have ended there.
Palsy would have ended the game as well. I'm 100% sure that he's not Mafia.
I don't know. I hard read him as town. That's I was just thanking on they're getting RNG formals. That's all. Like I know how bad it is, but I was really reading him town.
Oh my god.
VJ makes the formal. No one else.
Yeah, the VJ makes the formal, and
I think it's between Eric and Demon.
You're not even considering Grant. Grant has literally tried pushing Mafia onto me,
Literally
Eric, and
everybody.
Willikin.
I hate to say it, but I agree.
I have agreed with his reads the whole game. We've been on the same page. If he's Mafia,
Right
he's
now is not the
hard
time to
pocketed me.
I don't
What
think
can I do?
I don't think
Like,
Grant is the.
I have to go with my scummy
No, I
reads,
agree,
not
yeah.
my
Me and
not my
Grant have
fear
pretty much
reads.
have had like such similar reads the whole time.
Well, you need to
I
be
formal Eric.
I second Eric.
Second.
I hate how you took the formal off of Demon and put it onto Posy.
I didn't take anything
it
off,
was-
as I said at first, but okay.
But well, but everyone was saying let the Vigi make the formal and you formal team.
I think you've already
you
showed.
formal the guy. You formal the person that I think was Town, and you hard defended a person that I think is Mafia.
That's it.
That's my accusation. Yep.
Well, I mean, you should. It's the fucking. It's like what RNG too.
RNG one. We gotta have to vote on you, man.
Yeah, I know you. I'm not even gonna fucking try. Whatever, just kill me. I push.
No, but yeah. Okay. In case
I'm too salty.
in case LT was a hit, can you leave the two scummiest people?
Okay, in the world where he was.
I don't believe it, but in case he was.
Well, I think it's you for sure, Posy. I just think it points to you. And well, fucking Willow. I didn't have him, but Willow's clearly fucking Mafia now.
I thought Posy was Mafia too.
You can't believe both of this because why would you snap
Yeah,
second?
that's why I really don't like. I don't understand what the fuck like that snap second was at all. Like
Because I'm reading you really town.
I'm not, but like, can't you read the confirmed town more town than me to like snap his?
I thought Posy was more Mafia than Demon.
I don't know. Corn still hasn't done much. Both of you haven't done anything really, but if you win because of the fucking, it's my first game, then you know what?
The votes today have been so weird. Like there is one vote on Velikan who was voted by one confirmed town, and then the guy who was the confirmed, like in a confirmed formal, like there were 3 votes. Like what is actually going on?
I don't know. I thought we should have lynched regardless. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's really weird how people aren't voting. It leads me to believe that like the people that we formal.
I think this whole game is just town getting really shit formals. I don't understand how we're still here.
Well, now that I think about it, it's probably like Posy, Corna, and Grant, according to the vote.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like no, it doesn't make any sense. Look at the votes. Like if Willikin Willikin or Posy were like Mafia and there were like 3 Mafia, then they would just like, unless you think the team is like me, Eric, and Willikin, but that doesn't make any sense because like I went hard against Eric through like the entire game, and then nobody votes after that. Like in an RNG one, in the guaranteed formal. Like just think about the votes, guys. Think about the votes today. Think about the people. We know a lot of information. We know that there's 2 the confirmed town that died. It was Lisk and Gurgluk, and there were people who didn't vote on who voted on Gurgluk and Lisk, and LT was siding with Gurgluk. So, like, it could be very well. That
Correct me if
like,
I'm wrong, Grant, but there's no one alive at the moment that voted on both, are there?
On both who?
On both Lisk and Gurgluk.
Except me.
No, freak out.
Fucking
Stop
best
talking
fake
about the town.
Oh yeah. No one that I'm seeing.
Well, what about no.
Yeah, so you just have to like look at the reads. Just I don't know, man. Like Eric, why didn't you vote on Gurgluk? Why did you think he was town?
The whole game, even though he called me Mafia, I really just didn't think he was. I mean, I kind of suspected it for a bit, maybe. I just really thought he was town. I didn't think it was going through, personally. It really surprised me. I don't even know what the fuck.
That's exactly the same thing. Exactly the same logic that I don't think he was dying. Like the way he was playing.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't. Yeah, I don't understand how that happened.
A lot of people.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I just got paranoid.
Eric, one ride or die.
Yes!
Give me one ride or die into the game. Doesn't matter the line. Either most town or most Mafia.
Posy Mafia.
Alright, push for rescind. Push Eric 10 seconds.
I mean, fucking, we can do the RNG bullshit, which I guess is better since I'm town. But either way, like, if you vote, I'm not gonna fucking like call you donkeys or whatever. I mean, it makes sense.
Right, if you would like to vote, please vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. Eric, you are dead. Go to sleep. Send me your night actions.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Hold
talking, I
on.
think.
Hold on. Actually, I want to say something before you talk. So we know there's no longer a world of 3. There's exactly 1 or 2 left, depending on if we hit on both LT and Eric. Is there any downside to sleeping here?
No. We should sleep.
You only need 1 donkey town to vote on another town for to be able to
Just
push
like
over
from
in
pure
time.
probability, it's a lot easier to find a mafia with 1 less town around, and we aren't losing a lynch.
It is.
Exactly. No, we need to
And
sleep.
I think it might be good for no one else to say anything if we agree to that, so we don't tip off. Like, if that's the route we want to go, we probably shouldn't.
I would like to say something else though about yesterday before.
Sure. Okay, I'll go. So I think like looking at the game so far and looking at the people who died, so we know there's 1 between LT and Eric now because
At least 1. There could be 2.
yeah, there could be 2, at least 1. There could be 2. I don't think. I think we're in a world of 2. So looking at the people, I think like looking at the Gurglok vote, LT didn't vote, and Gurglok confirmed town now, and after like. And the Vigi shot him, right? Like, I strongly think there is probably no point in LT not voting on Gurglug there. Like, I strongly think Eric was Mafia.
Well, he did defend Gurglug, so it would look very weird for him to put his hand up and say, "Okay, I'm voting."
Well, no, like the thing is,
I really think it's.
Okay, we can sleep.
Wait, I still want to say something about yesterday. Before.
It's actually probably not good to talk. Like, it's really not.
Yeah,
it just gives
I
more
second sleep.
information.
Okay.
Formal on sleep. Okay. If you would like to go to sleep, please vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. Go to sleep. Send me your night actions. Alright, today will be 12 minutes. During the night, demon, you die. Day begins.
Does anyone remember what Demon's reads were? Anything?
He read me scummy.
So I'm gonna. I think he proposed like Wilkin, Potsai, and Eric. So I'm gonna keep talking, like looking at the game.
Do you think that Eric and Wilkin snaps formals me, their partner, instead of like say Corny?
Yeah, I say Fuzzy must be 100% town in this. I cannot see it.
Unless you read unless you read LT as the Mafia.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like I should be kind of close to confirm town.
Oh, I was so sure coming into this
LT
day.
as
like,
Mafia.
Yeah. I look at that world and I kind of think that you're probably town because I read Eric as Mafia. That's like the one thing. Like, I voted on you, but that was the last formal. Like, there was no way.
Yeah, I understand that.
And I don't know. I've been reading your town the entire game. With that being said, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that night kill. Why did they kill Demon there? Like,
I really hope you or Grant would die instead.
Yeah, me too. And then Willow and Demon are the 2 Mafia. It would have been so easy.
I don't really know.
I was like about 95% sure I was gonna die.
I don't know. I'm not sure what to think. I think that Potsai your town because I think that Eric was Mafia. Like the way I thought honestly we're gonna lose the game because the last like 1 minute of his form was pretty like he thought we were gonna lose. He thought that LT was a miss and we were gonna lose. But I don't know, like look at his votes. Like look at how Grant also wanted to kill Eric as well. Like Grant brought up the vote.
I town read Eric like the entire game. I just brought
I
up the
said
point
he was
that a lot of
100% Mafia when he did that formal as well.
like
I still say the formal says more about Willikin's alignment than it does.
I fully agree. I would really like to formal.
Eric.
I'm just gonna keep talking. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure why Willikin got like 1 vote. Like, can everyone say why they didn't vote for Willikin? Like, starting from Corny.
New player just like me. Yeah, he didn't give much, but so didn't I at that case. I just didn't. It was like, for me, all this game, it was like Demon was sort of the spill of my Mafia team, and he just now died. So now, after the deflection, though, he looked like just like Eric. They both were super scummy, but they deflected off of Demon, which is now a town. So if they didn't do anything,
was anyone else getting formal during that, or was it just in between?
no, it was Demon, and
That's
so
so weird.
I'm so confused. So
It doesn't make any sense.
I would have shipped, like I said, I came into this day thinking Grant would die, and then Demon and Willow were
Like,
I was so sure about it.
I really thought I was gonna die too, and I'm trying to think about why they would kill Demon over me. And I mean,
think, like,
the only thing that I can come up with is maybe I've just been wrong, or maybe it's because people were actually starting to turn on me, and that Mafia thought they could mislynch me here.
Like, the only thing that I could...
Mafia, because
No, I'm not Mafia. This is not my Mafia
Like,
game.
the only thing...
I'm new
like,
player.
okay, guys, so if you think that Grant is Mafia, then you have to think that LT probably Mafia.
Can we agree that Posse is like town here? Is like, is there anyone that...
I'd like to...
Not in the world that Morph is proposing at the moment.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, Posse can be town for today, but like, no matter who makes it to final 3, if there is one, like,
always
like,
reevaluate.
Yeah, you have to reevaluate. Like, that's the reason.
No, I'm gonna say why. If you think that LT was Mafia, then Podsai might be Mafia. Because
I can be Mafia if LT was the hit, yes.
If you believe that like LT's, so just consider that like Eric is not 100% a hit. Like, it's one between LT and Eric, and it's up to you to decide who it is. I strongly think that it is Eric, just because looking at the Gurgluck vote and looking how
for today, like, we should focus on killing whoever is in the most worlds of 2.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. And then like evaluate in final 3 if
because if
people are
like,
still...
who would Pause I be with if he was in World 2? Like, I'm having trouble finding who his partner would be that's still alive.
So it would be LT, Potsai.
No, yeah, but which partner of Posse's would still be alive?
I mean, I think it's Corn just because
It's gonna be Corny.
Yeah, just because they're hardlining.
Because like, look at how yesterday played out. They want to kill Demon. So I think they both want to kill
Willow,
Demon.
what are you thinking?
I would have never killed Demon tonight, though, because I still think he was a good lynch. He would have been an easy lynch after that deflection yesterday. I would never kill Demon.
Like I was thinking.
I wanted EJ to pull the formal off of Willikin and put it on one of those that's voted on Gurgluck.
Yesterday I thought Eric was really down, and I thought that it could have been possibly like Posei and Corin. But now that the game didn't end since when we lynched Eric,
it still could. Like, it. I guess.
It would
is
have
there any reason why it couldn't be Pause and Cornet?
There's no reason. I mean,
I'm reading Pause town, but like,
from your point of view, there's no reason Corny and me couldn't be together. No.
Grant, why don't you think LT was a hit? Why do you think Eric was?
I don't know if LT was hit. Like, LT was the one who seconded Panda, but he was really quiet. The reason I read him towny day 1 is because he was kind of trolly, but he just like didn't really talk much the entire game. The reason, like, one reason why he might not have been a hit was because EJ shot him because he thought he was partners with Gurgluck, who ended up being town.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know. That's like the only logic I see that that Eric was Mafia. I don't know. I pressed on Eric like the entire 2-3 days, and so did Gurgluck. Like, we both wanted Eric dead on day 1, on day 2 when he didn't do anything. Who voted on Eric day 1 out of people here?
Did anybody?
I was the only one. Wow, really? Oh my god, you guys. Okay. Interesting. So Willikin, what do you think about the game?
The hardest part is that I didn't have a read on LT before he died. So, man.
What I think we should all just go around and say who our top 2 lynches are. I think that's just probably the easiest way to figure this out.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, yeah. Waffles, go ahead.
I think Pot-Sized Town. I think I like Grant because I think Eric was Mafia. So between Corny and Willikin, I'm not sure. I think Corny might be in a world of 2.
What do you think, Paza?
From my perspective, there's only really one I want to lynch today, and that's Willikin. Due to the snap second yesterday, and due to the 2 formals with a collective 3 amount of votes.
If you had to give a second, who would it be?
It would be you or Waffles, I think.
Okay, Cornet, what about you?
Willow for 100%, and then between you and Waffles. And I don't really know between which one. You could be bossing like the town all game long, like being. Like,
Willikin, what do you think?
Same, Corin and Posey.
Fuck.
We
have how big is the chance that Eric and LT were together though? That they both were hit?
What are their votes? Did they vote the same?
We
okay.
can't
It
could be possible.
They both voted on Panda. They both did not vote on Pazai. They both did vote on Lisk. Both did not vote on Willokin. They both voted on Storm. They both did not vote on Gurglek. Wow, they kind of voted the exact same the entire time. Yeah, they did. They had the exact same voting.
So I don't know. We could be living in a world of dawn, and if
it's never something we need to. It's not something we should base our decision today on. That there's only one alive. We need to.
It pretty much depends on who you think we hit on and what. Like I don't know. I like don't see Grant being Mafia here just because like even though like it's kind of weird that they killed Demon. Like
I just think it's
I 100% think that like not 100%. I'm like 80% sure that Eric was the Mafia, even though I thought we lost. Like I honestly thought we lost because like nobody was pressuring him day 2. Everyone ignored him after day 1. Like he had his formal, and then afterwards he was just like chilling there. Gurglok was the one who pointed him out. He was town, and nobody went with him. Everyone was just like, oh. And then me and Gurglok were like trying to follow him in like day 2, day 3, and like there was like snap formals on everyone else.
Storm did not vote on him though on day 1. He could still have been Donkey Town there because it was obviously not a deflection because Demon wasn't a Mafia. So honestly, I'm not too sure about Eric being Mafia at all anymore. And because of that, I'm not too sure about Posey either anymore.
I think it could be that there were maybe 2 and he was trying to pocket Demon. That could be a world.
Hey, Grant, what do you think about Posey?
There could have been 2 alive.
Posey's probably the only person I don't really want to lynch today.
Yeah, just look. I think so too. Just look at him in final 3. If he,
I think like I was trying to find who Posey's partners could be, and the only person that makes any sense is Cornet. But yeah, I really think that Posey's town.
Okay.
I'm
town as well. So
sure. Just honestly,
I think it's most likely we're just in a world of 1. Like I think they probably were both a hit.
Let me just finish my thought. If there was 2 alive yesterday, I'm just painting this world. If there was 2 alive, Eric could be pocketing Demon because they needed people to they needed town to go further.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
What's up?
But for Mafia, right? Demon was already on the top. People were saying that they
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grant.
I think you make Pazai.
I agree. I will.
Unless you aren't confident in doing it, but like.
Well, I'm confident in doing it because, as I said, there's only one person I want to go for. So it's more the question if whether or not you're confident in it.
Whoever you form, I'll second.
I form a Willikin.
I second Willikin.
Second.
Yeah, Willikin. You had two formals, and both have been a bit odd in terms of votes. And the snap second you did on me, you understand from my perspective on town. So you snap seconding Eric, who's a potential Mafia hit instead of the confirmed
Wait,
town.
he
Very
snap seconded away from Demon though, and Demon is down because he got killed.
That is true.
That's what I said.
I'm gonna talk about that formal. The first thing I heard was Eric say you, and I thought you were my top Mafia at the time. And then like midway, as I'm seconding it, EJ finally seconds it. I know I shouldn't have formal with the Vigi alive, but this is.
Could you just paint some worlds, like paint a
Yeah.
world where you think like, who do you think we had? Like, what is the state of the game? What do you think happened? Like, just try to do that.
Well, obviously Storm was a hit because he got red checked. LT's the hardest thing because I didn't have any read on him whatsoever before he died. I really thought Eric was 10, but then, like I said, we continued on.
So who do you think are LT's partners? If you
could
think
still be town. So
LT and Willow can have the exact same voting pattern as well. The entire time LT was alive.
I still feel safe lynching him even.
Let's see. I'll go with who I voted on.
You
this
do or
game.
don't?
I do.
I didn't vote on Eric the first day. I thought he was pretty talented. We all voted on Panda. I didn't vote on Pazai because I thought his one was pretty decent day one. Let's see. Next one was Lisk, right? I obviously, it wasn't like a strong Mafia raid, but I voted on her, and obviously that was wrong.
what do you think Lisk was Mafia? Because that was a really important role, really important vote.
The main thing was like, yeah, she was a little bit quiet like me, and our reads just didn't sync up.
Nice.
And so I think no, it was not the guarantee. I think it was before that. And then I did not vote on Gerlach. I had strongly thought Gerlach was town. I think he got lynched because of paranoia mostly. And then I voted on Posey and voted on Eric because it was the RNG one. As far as people not voting on me, yeah, I do agree that's kind of weird. I don't. I think the first time people like realized that it was because I was new and I was nervous. Yeah, I'm surprised. I actually am surprised I get voted on more the second time. My main issue now is that I strongly read Grant Town and he's reading Posey Town, so that's an issue. Just the way you've been playing makes me think you're Town Waffles. Or
so you think the world is like LT corner and
just say corn.
Posey.
Corn is fine.
If it's so, the only worlds I got are Storm, LT, Eric for some reason, and Corn, or Storm.
So you think only one is alive?
Not really.
So you think just paint like the world of two? Like, what do you think a world of two could be?
Posey, Corn, just because like they were hard lining, and just like almost PU because like you and Grant have been playing pretty downy this game.
Oh my god.
But Willow, if you take away the first 2 days and take the last 2 days, right? How do you rate my play? Have I been more active? Have I been more pushing? Like,
yeah, you've been
becoming.
Slip timer's over.
Push or rescind.
I push.
10 seconds.
I'm Town. Please don't vote. I've given you what I think is the world.
All right. If you'd like to vote on Willow, please vote in 3, 2, 1. Vote. 3 is enough. Willow, you are dead. The game is over, and
Brand
Mafia
down
has
waffles.
won. Alright. Long game. To talk about the game, I don't have much to say about the game itself. Where's the game? The roles: Jacob was your cop, green on Tag Night 0, red on Storm Night 1, green on Pazai Night 2 when he died. The medic was Lisk, Templar Gurgluck got a save on Jacob but was double stacked, and EJ. The Vigilante was EJ, who shot the Mafia Little Temp, and the Mafia was Little Temp, Storm, Grant, and Waffles. To talk about the mentors briefly, who just got okay. The mentors: Ramza had Spunky, Panda, Cornet, and Templar. Greg had Kermit, Gurg, Pazzi, and Lisk. Dalen had EJ, Tag, and Willokin. Joey had Toloco, Eric, Jacob, Demon, and Rick had the Mafia team. Yeah, not much to say. I'll let you guys unmute, talk about the game, be polite, let people talk.
You got me, Waffles. You got me 100%.
Damn it, Grant.
I was really thinking it was Pazzi and Grant. And then
Grant with so many mislynches.
I knew you had Joey.
Like, I don't understand. Like, I couldn't tell him, of course, but no one looked at Grant, even though he pushed really hard on Gurgluck.
On Gurgluck, who got
obviously
confirmed
was
with
town.
Yeah, I couldn't say that either, but that was the
my Mafia. I'm just like, what do you keep on?
I know, I was so
I did talk about him a bit the night that Lisk died.
And Waffles
He
not
might like
really
something that was
supposed to Grant.
thought about the night.
Yeah.
God damn you, Demon softing medic to me.
Not only that, but Demon died because he was calling Grant Mafia. That's why Demon died, and no one figured that out. And then
Yeah,
once
like,
you can
I
get
saw
to the
Demon
rules-
was saying that.
I had tricked Demon in Final 3 before his Mafia, and I knew he was gonna hold a grudge, so I had to kill him.
Yeah.
I was gonna keep calling you Mafia.
Was that the game that me?
I was gonna like fake like.
Wait, no, that was me. That was me. You tricked. Demon voted on you.
Demon played really well, by
You
the way.
bastard!
He got Storm day 1, and he also had, when Grant was trying to talk the day before they killed him, he shut the world down right away. He's like, no, we need to look at Grant here because he could be pushing another mislynch. Like, I think what is Wilokin? Is that how you pronounce it? He's like, I think Wilokin's town, and they're just trying to push a mislynch here. That was what Demon said his final day. And that's what town, like, they put half of it together, but they were so concentrated on the fact that they thought it was a deflection to get it off a Demon that they didn't realize once Demon's town that has to make Grant Mafia. So it was a tough game though. Mafia played well. Grant projected town really
That
well.
was Grant's Mafia game, though.
Yeah.
No one scumread me until after I killed Gurg.
Grant, I never brought it up, but if I was town that game, I would have scumbered the shit out of you for traffic copping. You don't traffic cop as town. You just don't.
No, Storm should have died like day 1.
He does if
he's terrible.
That's not correct. That was my town play day 1.
Waffles and Grant, you guys should have voted on Lisk day 2 or day 1.
Yeah, you guys should have voted on Lisk.
Yeah, if Lisk died, I would have pushed for the Demon and what's his name killed, the guy who
LT probably never got shot there. If
See, I like improved my amount of activity, and I'm still.
Also, I didn't understand.
Yeah, like if you're Mafia and you think somebody's softing PR and they're formal and they don't claim, man, just fucking vote. Like if they die, it's gravy.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know
it's not worth not voting, so you can say, hey, I didn't vote on that person that claimed PR later, because they could just fucking wreck you. So
that killed Storm Slide that day.
It did kill me because that guy claimed an RNG.
We were gonna put a KP on Jacob in the night, anyways, because his when he spoke up, it was really towny in my opinion. So I was gonna put a KP on him anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna push for a KP on Jacob and Demon because Demon
our
softed
night 1
medic
kills-
really hard.
Our night 1 kills were my brother.
I was
who
just kidding around,
ultimately
Storm. You believed
found
it?
me out as
I don't care, man.
and
Like you
Spunky,
said it
who
anyway.
ultimately found out Grant as Mafia. Like
The
our
only-
night 1 kills were just kills based on like you're gonna find out reads later.
Yeah,
Like,
those were both my mentees, you fucks.
the only reason I outed
my
was
brother
because I felt like people starting to read you Town Storm, and I had the red check, and I didn't want to let it go.
You should have outed before it got to guaranteed.
I knew Storm.
Who was your other check?
Because
I checked.
I thought it was
checked
kind of.
Night 1.
Yo,
It was
I'm
like
saying,
it was such a bad claim that it was like believable.
Like if Storm wasn't confirmed, I would have thought it was weird because you voted on Lisk on a day where you had a red check.
Yeah, like you never should have done that. You should have outed it and gotten me killed once you you should have gotten the logic of what I was pushing on and who I was trying to kill, and you should never have voted on anything I voted for. And then you should also have outed before we got to RNGs because they weren't guaranteed, you know?
I don't know. I was thinking one of you might try to counterclaim for some claim for some reason, so I was waiting.
We had 4 alive, 1 lynch. We weren't gonna risk losing KP. But
Oh yeah, Jacob.
I knew you were
could've
coming,
outed,
Jacob,
like,
with that
earlier.
2010.
I don't know why.
You still should have outed it, like.
Yeah, I should have edited it earlier, but I didn't want to because.
But it was strange that you checked me as well when you probably should have checked Eric, in my opinion.
I was gonna check Eric. I was debating between you and Eric, and then I'm just saying I was reading
Hey,
Eric.
it was a
really
good
I don't know. I don't think Eric
Why
was
did
that
you
good
check
at check.
me?
I like people.
Because you were one of my top scums for the day.
People read Eric on his content, but like the way he went about playing the game and things he said was so town.
Yeah, I'm
felt
an
so.
emotional player, so like I read Eric like emotionally town. I think new players don't really get that very often.
Just because
I
somebody
thought
doesn't
it was
like have
tough
the
for the
game
most part,
solved doesn't make them
I
happy.
hadn't voted on him if it wasn't in a potential lose situation
So-
and RNG
Sorry,
won.
Posy.
The day before EJ shot, he was like, "I think I might shoot Willikin," and I'm just like, "That's more than meant to you. Don't shoot." I'm like, if you're sure, you could always probably survive another day because the cop outed." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's true."
When Gurgluck died, he's like, all your other 3 mentees are Mafia, and I'm like, no.
I trusted Gurgluck on his. This is Waffle's town play, by the way.
That was Grant's loss. No one in the game knew it.
There are so many people playing Scummy in my opinion.
Yo, when Gurgluck was
I should get this. Like Gurgluck.
And there are a bunch like
I don't know. When Gurgluck got lynched, I was like, yo man, LT pocketed the shit out of you. I'm like 95% sure. And he's
I
like,
couldn't
whatever.
believe he got lynched. I thought he
Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, that night EJ was like, "I think I voted on Gurgluck. I think Gurgluck's Mafia. I'm gonna shoot LT." I'm like, "Yeah, that's." I didn't say it, but I'm like, I would have shot him yesterday, but okay.
I
thought Waffles played super well. I thought Waffles.
Waffles day 1 was a little bit weak early on, and then he after that he played a really strong.
I played a game with Waffles the other day when he was Mafia with Banks, and I thought he played fantastic today.
I completely
that
forgot.
was really good. Like obviously I was carried at that game since I died.
I think that the Mafia team really did good distancing in my opinion.
Oh yeah, you guys were
we weren't.
It was perfect because I was the one that not fine.
Oh, Storm, you were just so far away from everybody else.
I know.
2 days in a row. I flamed him 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I was mad at LT. I was like legitimately mad at LT for blaming me.
I can't remember what I said, but I said
Storm,
something
were you
like,
did you type my name and
not hammering
like
in the middle
kill
of the day. I
for
was like, why did you?
I in fact did. I did this game.
All right.
You're like,
I'm like not playing, but I can probably. I don't know. If
Oh,
someone
no,
really
no,
wants
I-
to-
That's just a joke. I said I was kidding after that.
Whoa,
I
is
don't
that
care if you were
hybrid?
kidding or not. Like
Is-
I
is that the
basically
old
outed
hybrid?
myself with my really shit your medic claim, and then I was just like, all right, fuck it.